I think I'm clicking the right buttons. I think I hit the right buttons. Can y'all hear me? Was the music? Oh, I never played the music again. Okay, I was like,
I
"Where's the
can hear
music?
you.
What's going on?" It should be good now. It's just I couldn't. There's no music being played.
Oh dear God!
There we go.
I
Okay.
forgot I had unmuted Twitch back when you went and made fun of my brother.
Haha.
The level
I mean,
of salt is so good.
you hear music now. Yeah. I pressed play finally. I didn't realize you guys were sitting in silence waiting for me. All right, sorry about that, everybody. My computer had updated. It just had updated itself and caused a bunch of issues, so I just had to do like a reboot. Luckily, it's a pretty quick reboot. Most of that time between when the stream died and came back up, which was 6 minutes, was me setting everything back up so I could even press live again. So sorry about running late even prior to the big tech issue. We discovered recently we have a mouse problem, so we called a local infestation company, like a company we use for like ants. The guy came by and he's like an older, like we know him through like a different. It doesn't really matter. We didn't hire them originally because of this. We just discovered we knew this person like for whatever reasons, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. So he like never rips us off. He's always like, yeah, if I'm just like spraying something super fast, I'm not even gonna charge you. Yeah, like it's one of those scenarios, which is cool. So he comes by and he looks around and he's like, yeah, it's pretty rough. We can send somebody in here to do this. Da-da-da. He's like, or honestly, can you stomach handle it yourself? I was like, absolutely. He's like, then I suggest you just buy like a 12-pack of traps and go to town. And I was like, okay. So the 12-pack of traps came in, what's today? Monday. So they came in Saturday, but I was busy. Work all day and then Patreon at night. So yesterday, I cleaned up a whole bunch of areas, just went to town cleaning areas where I don't want them visiting anymore. Left their poop and whatnot in the areas where you want it to be normal. So you want them to travel through. Set down 12 traps, a combination of cheese and peanut butter. Killed 4 mice. 2 of the cheese traps, they just ate the cheese right out of it. And the other cheese traps, they just completely ignored, didn't do anything, da-da-da. So we're like, okay, cheese doesn't work. Remove the cheese from the other traps, put all peanut butter in there, and reset all the traps. The funny part is, if you remember the setup of the office, so I'm going to show you this real quick. So literally right here, let me see if I can click the button. Nick, obviously you know the basement pretty well. But like right over here, so you see how that has the cement wall right there, like how it's a pretty obvious cement wall. So that has like a roof supporting beam sitting between the cement slabs to the left and to the right of the drywall that's set up right there because I never finished building my door. Well, that sits on the cement slabs for this half, but the other half of the cement slab was just open cement slab. So again, I put like a pole across the top and like an old like a arm rail that you would use walking into like a basement that was just like sitting around in the basement, and I threw like a blanket over it like you see there. They've been using that blanket and the rail right there to bridge the opening in the wall for God knows how long now, for however long they've been here. So I put traps on either side of that rail. Both had dead mice this morning. And then traps like peripherally even further out. Both of those had dead mice as well. And then that's also where I found the 2 cheesy in success traps or whatever. So again, it was just kind of funny to see the how it played out, how they outsmarted me in a couple ways. So, but doing this wrong.
Oh,
There we go. So either way, it was just yay! So tonight, before the stream ends, I'm totally gonna run out there and do a count and see if there's any more mice in the 12 traps. So that'll be fun for everybody. Okay, but either way, because Scott left a job unfinished. Listen.
No, we'll all hear the trap snap. So
No, you say that. They're really loud. They're pretty good tension, like ones. But you say that. But honestly, like I usually don't hear much through the headphones. So if I hear it snap, that'd be pretty cool. But I wouldn't want to check immediately. I'd want to give it.
If the snap's loud, you missed.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Either way, cool. So I figure if I can kill 4 in one night, there's probably like a good, 1 to 2 dozen living inside the house. So I need to kill at least 12 before I'm satisfied. At least 12 before I'm like, okay, let's start reevaluating.
You also got to check around your house.
Oh yeah, so we're paying that company to send the guy out to do the perimeter check, and to give me an estimate to clog things up. But I'll do the perimeter check with him, and as he points things out, then I'll just say, thank you for doing your inspection. Here is the money for the inspection, and then I'll just take care of it myself. You know what I mean? It's like when you ask an electrician, like, how would you handle this problem? And they go, oh, I'd do like this. So you go, cool, thanks. And you go to the hardware store. You know. You know.
I like it. Electricity's a bit different. No, listen, this is not advice. If you have electric problems, get an electrician.
Get a certified electrician, get your permits, do everything absolutely legal. That's what
No.
I do.
If you're changing a breaker and playing with your box and you're going near your main, get an electrician. If you need to swap a plug, you're fine.
Probably.
Totally did not install anything into the breaker.
I'm never plugging. And this is, that bouncy house for your daughter that kept blowing breakers.
That was not my fault. That one was not my fault. That's because the house is so janky. That's because the house,
it is. I'm sure it is.
Moving into the house, I was like, wait, why is the living room on one side of the house? These things on the far opposite outside. It's somewhere in the it's all over the map. Okay, maybe that's from a whole bunch of individual. But I'm better at mapping things out than that. I'm too anal to continue.
I'm sure you think you are.
Oh no, I will absolutely separate it all out. I actually do want to get the whole thing reboxed, and eventually I'll see if Gary can do it, if you know who I mean. But either way, cool. So I'm actually very warm. Sorry about the delay. Let's play some game. Now, I won't lie. I'm a little confused. We didn't play last week, so I did other stuff instead. And then we also did this weird little half thing with Jake to kind of like slip him in there prior to that. So I'm trying to remember where we left off.
We're on my go still.
We're at Throne.
Doesn't it feel like every session is his go?
It's not even true.
I thought I was supposed to start last session, and because I couldn't make it.
Well, that wasn't. I was gonna say we were gonna let Nick go before even finishing my rules, so I can have a whole session to myself. Because then I will have to do 2 kingdom goals at once.
Doesn't matter to
me. Why are you doing 2
Well,
kingdom
hold on.
goals?
Well, because I haven't finished this kingdom check, and we've. Oh no, it'd be yours next. Yeah, I math wrong.
No. It's Nick's, and then it will go back to yours. Yeah.
And like, why does John want to go first? Somebody check the luck pool.
As I'm pretty sure, Sel, yours are all done. This was your event phase.
No, I'm not even on. I haven't even rolled taxes. I have 0 in my treasury still.
I did notice your treasury was 0, and I was like, is that a typo?
No, I don't. I haven't done taxes. This is diplomacy edict still. So we could do Nick now. I'm a bit behind on my goes.
But would mint chase away peppermint? Sorry, would that chase away bunnies though? Because I like bunnies in my yard. I like having way too many bunnies in my yard.
So you like having cats in your yard?
There's no cats.
They come and kill the baby bunnies.
I mean, I haven't seen them yet. Maybe eventually, but not yet. The bunnies have been here for a couple of years. I have seen fox across the street, but I haven't seen any fox in the yard yet. So
that's in Sam's parents' yard. There's a cat that comes in and just slaughters all the baby bunnies. You find little rabbit heads all over the place.
Does it at least eat the bunnies, or does it do it for fun?
I think for fun. I mean, but I don't know.
Oh, cool. They like peppermint. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, attract bunnies and get rid of mice. Peppermint for the win. All right, cool. Let us play our game now. So, and I didn't have dinner. I didn't have time for it. So at some point in time, we're gonna have to go grab food. But in the meanwhile, let's so at one point in time, if you guys fall into like an RP moment, I'm totally gonna scuttle away to go get food. So in the meanwhile, though, let's get into it. Sel, you are going to play every session. So why don't we make sure that you get how much time do we have left? 3 hours and 20 minutes. So we've got a solid 2 hours for you. Okay, cool.
Nick can go.
So you didn't even do your taxes yet?
No, well, we're in the middle of talking and throwing, but we can go to Nick.
Densho taxes. Before this, I see you guys clicking a fuck ton of buttons for whatever reason. Pete crafting sketches. Shadows doing knowledge engineering and Earthbreaker roles. What was that in reference to?
That was me trying to learn the architecture. I critically failed.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, I see your upkeep phase. Okay.
I haven't done taxes. We don't have to. I mean, this is just obvious. I have 0 treasure. That's impossible.
No. I was just making sure we didn't miss something that was in chat already. All right, cool. So, did we complete your edict phase? You're doing no other edicts because you already did your diplomacy or whatever it was, right?
That's what we're on at this moment.
That's what I thought. So, okay, cool. So then, why don't we go ahead and do your taxes? You're obviously not withdrawing because you get nothing to withdraw. You're probably not depositing because you haven't yet built that yet. In the future, you might. And why don't we go ahead and... I assume you're going to luck die before you do your taxes?
Yeah. I will use a luck die. Okay.
Oh, will you? Oh, it's... Okay, I'm sorry.
I will use a luck die.
Oh, yeah.
This is the rule of thumb, all right? We use luck die and taxes. It's taking a while to load. Do I click it again?
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So it must be... I have to reset it. This is happening consistently. Roll20 is borked.
Why do you pray for your luck? I don't even use it more than anyone else.
I have no idea how much luck they have.
And no one can prove me wrong unless someone counts it.
All right. Give it a second. It's spinning new sandbox. It's loading everything up. Okay, you can go ahead and do it now. Okay. Let's add it in there. Let's get things done.
Let me check if my stats are the same. Attributes. 35. Economies are 63, 50, and 56.
Again, sorry everybody about the delay. It was
Axe collection. Shadow. Luck is it? What again? Luck 3? 2.
Mm-hmm.
Normal taxes, and I have 6 bonus. Oh.
We have to remath that out because this boy just got some loot. Holy shit. So 63.
Holy shit.
So 63 is 83 is 93 is 95 divided by 3. 95 divided by 3 plus 6.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. 95 divided by 6?
95 divided by 3 plus 6 is, what's that? 37. 36. 37. 37. 37. 37.
Yeah, 37.
Wow.
Huh. That was a lot.
That is a lot. That's so much. Nick has been being conservative with his money to be able to hold up a 53. Nick, did you look at, ignoring self for a second here, have you really looked into the merits and whatnot of building with wood versus stone?
Yes, I just don't like it.
Really?
Personally, I feel like it's a trap.
Okay. I mean, I understand what you're saying, because don't get me wrong, it is designed to be something that can screw you in the end, right? Like, it is something that can be, but it also allows you to explode outwards, expansion. So in theory, you can make so much more stability, profit, so on and so forth. Now it's kind of like imagine the corporate business model. Break all the laws to make as much money as possible, that later on when you get penalized and fined for it, it's only like 2% of your profit margin. You know what I mean?
The problem is it's like, yeah, make these buildings with reduced durability, and where's the best place to do that safely? Probably my current capital, yes, because that's a word, which I'm not struggling right now to throw things up. I don't want to do that. If I build a wood village in Eldamar when I'm expanding, it's just going to get smashed. I know it's going to get smashed because you and your little conspirators won't be able to keep your grimy little hands off of it, and you will just go and you'll take it apart and you'll burn it with fire, and there'll be tool pools of ash out in the middle of the woods. True. Or if I build it more to the northeast of myself, you're going to be like, oh, these nice little wood things. Well, wood floats, kind of. So let's just flood it with this river that we're putting in. I know how that's going to work.
I want to be clear. I don't think Green or Steve would do that.
But Anna and Joey.
Yeah, Anno definitely would. And Steve, I'm not going to take that bet. That's not a good bet.
That's probably not a good bet.
That's true.
He likely wouldn't. He likely wouldn't.
Don't want to take a bet with the Lord of Chaos, okay? Likely means nothing, all right?
And nobody said anything about Joey. Are we just kind of assuming Joey's a yes?
Yeah, he would do it 100%. In month 1, all right, he founds a city. He has a house in there only. Pixies come and burn it.
Yeah,
you know it. You know it.
I don't.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. As they burn down all of the.
Hey, listen. Fuck you. Get out of my force.
It's so funny.
So yeah, are we gonna do?
It's funny. I just watched a horrible movie the other day with Brittany. It's The Kingsman. Like, you know, the movie is The Kingsman. Like, the first one's awesome. The second one's kind of weird and lame, but you know, it's fun, so you watch it anyways. I just watched the prequel one, which is the last one they made, which is terrible. It's a really, really bad movie for like a million reasons. But anyways, near the end of the movie, they go to like fight the boss person of the place, and I'm like, "Don't go in there, burn it down." And they're like, "No, we'll go in there and fight the boss man with an epic boss fight." It's like, it's a fucking barn. Burn it down. It's just got hay and wood out in the middle of hay and wood. Burn it down. Just burn it down. Just a little bit of fire. He comes out, pop, pop. He's dead. But no, they go in there and you have an epic boss fight scene, and the end boss is revealed and all that shit. I'm just like, fucking burn it down. Go regicide on this shit. But
yeah, see, and that's what I'm talking. That's the attitude that I know will happen. Like, oh, Nick, yeah, build on top of these ruins and use this cheap flammable wood. It's totally not going to burn. It's only not where Cell inspired the fire elemental to come in life and chase him. There's no reason for that to go up in flames.
Listen, I didn't inspire that thing to come out in existence, okay? I was cursed by some sort of Fey Lord to be cursed by it, okay? Very specific. But yes.
You rolled like me, and then you wound up burning half the forest down, so...
Jake, will you eventually build wooden buildings, or are you always just going to use standard stone buildings?
I might. I'm not sure.
In this region?
It's definitely on the cards because, like you said, you can really explode with your buildings. But Nick's right. Like, I don't trust you at all. Like, not the slightest part.
I mean,
true.
If I was Jake, I'd be like, look, goblins, you're gonna get these wooden buildings because.
So I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. Sorry, I'm not even joking. If I were Jake and I were building homes in the Barrenlands, they're gonna get smashed one way or the other. Either A, because they're going to be getting attacked by the Barrenlands orcs, or B, because those towns turned on you and you now need to deal with them. And so making less durable buildings or less expensive buildings actually seems like a really good option for him out inside that area.
Yeah, that is right. But also, what did you say? Those towns turned on me. Wouldn't that be loyalty checks?
What? I didn't
as
say
long
that.
as I'm making
I didn't say that they would be loyalty checks. I didn't say that at all. No.
Oh, I'm saying that.
Oh.
You're just saying that they're just going to turn on me. So
I didn't say they're automatic.
Where's the mechanics coming into this, Scott?
They can turn on you. They can turn on. Yeah, loyalty check of the
This is why we don't build with wood. I agree. There we go.
No, if you built with wood, that would help you. See?
No, it makes sense to kind of build more with wood in the Barrenlands anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you have to ask me this question.
I do. Would you build with wood when you expand north?
Where is there a forest? All right.
It doesn't have to be a forest.
It's a joke.
Okay.
Because there's no wood nearby to build anything.
If you start planting trees, you'll have a forest later.
I'll trade you lumber for stone, so you can have the wood buildings. There you go.
There you go. No, I'm on a volcano in my capital. I think I'll stick with stone. Somehow, something tells me that might not be the safest spot to have wooden structures.
There actually is dangerous weather events that can be wildfires. So that actually is a thing, Green.
Which can burn your buildings.
It could also burn your buildings if they're stone, though.
Yeah, but you will have like a huge negative, I think. There's a penalty for having wood. We're gonna do my event phase, and then we're coming back to the diplomacy later.
Yeah, that's fine. And to answer your question, Ash, yes, that's true, but Jake is pre-planning and looking to circumvent that stuff by installing a like a backbone of a waterway. So let's actually go over to because this is kind of important anyways. So bringing the viewer over to here. What Jake is actually looking to do is to take the river up here and to have canals dug that bring the river straight through, like, so it kind of comes like this through here and then comes down and comes through his city right here, his town right here, and then that actually cuts into the barren lands and inevitably kind of catches up with the lake that's down below. And the reason why he would want to do that is because it allows him to like barge down, logs and stone and other supplies and whatnot along the way. So he wants to like dig out a canal or whatever to be able to pull that off. And that's a pretty cool concept. So I don't know, I like it. All right, for your event phase, I think you're out of the free area. No, because you are. Is Nick the last one? Yes, Nick is the last one to have that like safe month. And then once it's because we're dragging because Jake's out of order and all sorts of weird stuff. So, all right, cool. So you are what?
I think I'm free this one, and I'm not next.
Correct. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Cool.
I've just said it weird and backwards and whatnot. All right, cool. So let's get into
before you do your event. Do you want to handle his throne stuff? Because I'm here for like the next 20 minutes, and then I go dip for half an hour.
Do you have to be there for the throne stuff? I can't remember.
Pete's there.
Pete's there.
Gotcha.
I think there was stuff going on, right?
Okay. A second. Okay. So you have we can do that. That's fine. Okay. So because that is part of the edict phase. So
yeah.
You your people are standing there. You had Pete, Aaliyah, and Tessel are sitting in an otherwise empty chamber hall, with the exception of 3 people. The most vocal of them being one of the ladies. There's one guy and 2 guys and 1 girl. Is the female that was there. She was the most vocal, and she actually made a kind comment to Pete about his mother. Kind of like at the very end of the last session that we properly played together. So that being said, I guess we'll throw the floor to you, Tessel, and her saying, so why have you called for a council? Why have you traveled all this way to grace us with your presence, Warlord?
I seek to help mend the tension between Clan Throne and Shadow.
She says, and of what tensions do you speak?
There has been a general distrusting between our 2 clans.
Has there been?
Yes.
I'm sad to hear that you feel as though that's that's the case. This is Mazara. Mazara. That's who you're talking to. Mazara. All right. Right? Yes. Mazara.
She
Mazara. Grand
yeah.
diplomat. She's the grand diplomat.
Grand diplomat. Yep. And is Magator, which is the acting magister, and Ficklefields is the treasurer.
Correct. Yep.
I have it all written down, baby.
She says, do explain your perception and your approach.
I don't know how I would say it, but I think I would explain the general distaste between us. I mean, like, me and the Warlord of Throne had a bit of a verbal spat while in the capital.
Mm-hmm.
Their unfriendliness towards my diplomat on their original sending of. And there's probably a couple other things. But I can't talk about the Broken Chains one. because that's not confirmed
Yep.
as a thing. So yeah, I guess also maybe whatever Celia would suggest.
She does nod, saying, I suppose it is true, the rumors have been said, that there was a bit of a disagreement between yourself and the warlord of Theron. But please understand that the disagreements between one warlord and an entire state, between one warlord and another, does not impact the views of an entire state. That being said, your comfort with Paradel, she says, with her eyes looking over, kind of like drifting from you and over at Aaliyah, and then back to you, certainly does raise more than a few concerns.
Texel takes it in real quick because there's a spicy response. He does not give a spicy response.
Hey, so you've got your perfume on, right?
Yes, I do have the perfume on.
Yeah, but he's also like far across the room.
You can't do this to me.
There's people fanning, all right? Don't worry, the
You
fan.
you said it would apply.
I walked within like, I want to say 10 feet of a woman the other day while wearing a mask and nearly gagged and had to turn and walk a different direction because of how much perfume she had on. I imagine that's so.
We have as much comfort with Paradel as Theron does. We have trade and other business with them.
With the enemy. Yes.
Yes, just as Theron does.
Excuse me. What trade does Theron have with Paradel that you are aware of? She actually, when she says that, if you don't have an immediate response, she'll actually go ahead.
I would gesture to her treasurer.
The treasurer, you gesture to the treasurer and Madeira, kind of, oh yeah, let's see, Paradel, let me look through. I forgot we changed categorizing to this way. Let me look. Paradel. Ah, yes, here we go. The last transaction that my books have with Paradel is... there we go. 11 years since. 11 years.
I see.
Yeah. She does kind of mumbles something under their breath. You can go ahead and roll a perception check. Actually, all three of you can.
Yeah, Pete, roll me one.
Excuse me, you don't tell Jake what to do.
Please, I need it. I'm really bad at perception. Where's Aaliyah?
Jake's wearing a Tommy Hilfiger hat. He tells you what to do.
Perception. It's Aaliyah's.
Weirdly enough, that's not one of Pete's skills.
Tommy Hilfiger?
I would believe that.
I think Pete would be into Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, he definitely would.
You know what's funny is...
But perception, he doesn't have ranks in it.
I've only ever owned one Tommy Hilfiger thing
You
ever,
can still roll it.
and I got it at like one of those like secondhand stores for like $10. That was amazing. You guys don't catch it. You guys don't catch it. Sorry, boys.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Joey, we know they're actively trading with them.
I found their weakness. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last I heard, you were making a deal with the Aurorum family. We spoke with your warlord as he was finalizing the trade.
You say that and look down at the books again, and is checking again and says, yeah, definitely nothing here about trading with any particular families. I can certainly check back at my notes that I have back in the in my office and the like. Aurorum family. Why does that seem so familiar? And Aaliyah clears her throat, and the gnome kind of looks and what's the blah 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 blah. Grand diplomat would say, because Madeira, Aurorum happens to be Aaliyah's family name, and the gnome would look at Aaliyah and be like, yes, that's right. Wait, so then why are you complaining? This is beneficial to you.
I look at him. How is this beneficial to my Grand Diplomat?
She's of the Drum family.
She does not benefit from that name, as she lives in Shadow.
The Magister kind of grumbles something under his breath. This is a much easier DC than the gnomes. It's like a DC 10. Hey, somebody heard it.
I heard it.
Tessa heard him say, keep your friends close. Or we got to come up with a better phrase, a more correct phrase for that.
Keep the Del close. I imagine they would just say Del.
No. It would be something like a weapon, right?
Keep your
know what I
axe
mean?
close.
Yeah. Keep the enemy's blade close to your beddings or something like that. You know, so I don't know. Come on, something fun.
Oh, we're not unfriendly with you guys as they're being antagonistic in this whole conversation.
So anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Aaliyah says.
I ignore it. I ignore the comment.
So Aaliyah will chime in and say, I'd like to point out two things. One, first and foremost, the warlord here, as well as myself, personally witnessed your warlord making some sort of dealings with my father. As to whether or not those dealings are either A, on behalf of your warlord or your people, or B, even being reported into your books, are beyond our ability to discover and bring forward in the conversation. The point is that you are being hypocritical and yet antagonistic on your hypocrisy. Could you please, at the very least, show the warlord that has come here before you asking for forgiveness and trying to build a relationship moving forward when he has done nothing to offend you beyond bring the very blood of the people that your warlord chooses to treat with to your home?
Well, it's spicy. I accept it.
Yeah. Then you can roll a sense motive on this one.
Yeah. Oh, another one of
All
Tevil's
three
finest.
of you can, of course.
Holy shit!
That's a good one. Okay. You and Aaliyah are able to, with your sense motive, you're able to tell that the gnome is like, yeah! Like, you can tell that the body language is like...
He's like, she's spitting facts.
Like, this all makes logical sense, people! However, despite that fact, the Magister that's there, they look annoyed, but don't really say anything. Mazzara, however, will kind of lean in and say, I know not what dealings the warlord made while he was in the north, because it's not my place to ask the warlord what he does while he's in the north. As reported to you by our treasurer in all official capacity, we have done 0 dealings with the enemy over the mountain. Now, if you would be so kind as to get to the point of this meeting beyond throwing false accusations of trade deals and trying to compare your clan's decisions to, shall we say, work like rodents through the mines, to our clan, who has a long-standing, prestigious history of bringing, what's what I'm looking for, high-quality metals and conquest to Kajinxi. I'd appreciate it.
I don't have my knowledge history, so I couldn't check. That's so unlucky. Can't flip on the ions real quick.
Pete might have knowledge history.
Aaliyah doesn't. Does Pete have knowledge history? All right, this is something I'll look into later.
Yep.
That's unfortunate that I don't have it on, because that would have been a great moment. They're just being ass.
Yep.
I'm
Specifically
trying to.
her. You know, the
The
Magister seems to
too.
be they're just like grumpy and old, you know, but they're
Yeah.
not being antagonistic necessarily.
And the gnome is spitting facts.
The gnome is clearly has a different opinion than the others. Continue.
Pete will chime in and say, if I may, Shadow Tessel.
Of course, Pete. You are here on behalf of Densho as they arranged this meeting for us.
Yeah, he will turn to address the Grand Diplomat and he'll say, I believe the point of this meeting is because Throne and Shado have gotten off on the wrong foot. I speak with some authority as the representative to Shado from Densho, and we were hoping for a restart of relations, a fresh start, something that we can. Well, we all live in the South, and it is very important that we get along. The Southern clans have bickered for too many years. Getting some stability would be much appreciated.
She nods and says, a degree of stability has already instilled down in the southern clans, and while I do personally, and as well as many that live inside of Clan Throne, agree, peace between the clans is more beneficial than war, which is why we all have employed diplomats of Karak heritage to unite ourselves, unite between us, to bring about our greatest achievements and to have similar mindsets as we move forward in these trying times. We all know what's happening in the next couple decades. We all know what's going on with the Paradel, the war machine to the south. Not to mention, the Daelish themselves are getting a little antsy in the east. Things are difficult now, and we need to, as clans and as a nation, choose our allies and our enemies wisely.
They are wise words. However, my warlord, Densho Verix, would highly agree with you. I spent most of my time growing up in the north, and it seems like year on year there are more Perrin, including Perrin born in the courts, in the streets. It seems as though rulership in Kajinksi is changing their mind towards the Perrin. They seem to be relying on them more.
Oh, you're saying who you think Kajinksi's relying on?
Not Paradel specifically, just that Perrin, like the race, in the north, it's not as tribalistic, and I'm saying they're relied upon. They're not just shunned.
She nods and she says, as should be the case. One of the greatest prides of the Kajinksi, of the nation of Kajinksi, is our open arms and welcomeness of all peoples who understand what it is to be a hard, honest, working individual who is willing to put clan before anything else. Unfortunately, not all nations have that same mindset. Some will set their spies in. Luckily, most of the clans are keen enough to discover spies before they find themselves too entrenched with them. Others leave the door wide open to be exploited in the future. It's fortunate that most of the time these exploitable areas are far behind the walls put up by the border clans. Border clans tend to know best. We are Karak. We are Kajinksi. We need to protect all of the borders from our enemies on all sides so we can continue to grow. Certainly if Warlord Narin was here, he could explain this better than most. I know things are difficult for Warlord Verix. Warlord Verix is tasked with both defending the border against the monstrosities, but also the people down there, as well as leaving his doors open to invite them in, which is the way it should be. But Kushibashi understands what monsters lie deep in the woods, and to always have a torch in one hand and a knife in the other. Unfortunately, Paradel, with their smiles, their medals, their swaying words, and sometimes their waistline, are all too alluring for the various clans. I just hope that none of our border clans are so unwise as to allow themselves to be found in a disadvantageous position.
Then you have nothing to fear, as Shadow is strong and holds the border well, just as Throne does.
I'm glad that you feel that way, Warlord. It's important to know that the Warlord has faith in his people. And from what I understand, the people have faith in you. You are fairly well beloved by your people.
As any warlord should. They should inspire their people. If the people have no faith in their leader, then what are we? We're going to be back as Karuk in the Barren Lands, squabbling over just who's ruling.
Nods. And it's good that your people love you, as I just said. Strange, though, that Clan Densho seems to have a slightly different opinion. How many border skirmishes have been held between your clan and the others? I mean,
all matters have been resolved.
Of course, Warlord Varix has a firm grip on his people, and when he makes a what's the word I'm looking for here? When he makes an alliance, he's going to keep to it. As the Ashen Orc, he is an honorable person, a warrior through and through. Unfortunately, those that freshly came over the border tend to have a little bit more of a keen nose, fleshing out rodents.
Is there even many rodents in the Barren Lands?
I mean, I imagine not much bigger than that lives there. Right? Like you'd have insectoids, avian, rodents,
that's fair.
Right? Lizards.
Yeah.
It'd all be small stuff. Like the
boar.
biggest thing. Yeah, the boar is the biggest thing, exactly.
Okay, fair. God, just so many thinly veiled statements that are saying, "You're shit, dog. Get fucked."
So what assurances does Warlord, like kind of like Your Highness, does the Warlord have that's your council member is who they say they are?
And what assurances do you have that your council members are who they say they are?
Blood.
Am I to question them? Blood means nothing. Karuk fight and betray themselves all the time in the Barren Lands. They go to the Perrin side, don't they? Blood means not much in our history.
She shakes her head and says, blood means everything in Throne.
So you question my decisions, but what proof do you have that my council members would not have the best interest of Shadow and Kajinxi, other than their birth? Is that all that you need to do to decide someone is not helping Kajinxi, helping the clans?
I know what kind of upbringing your advisor has. This isn't some peasants that grew up in the streets of Paradel that was seeking an opportunity elsewhere or stumbled themselves into the Barren Lands and did the best they could with what they had. This is somebody who had proper training. This is somebody of noble birth, somebody who has purpose, who has a drive to prove their value to their family. Fortunate for us all, no Medahina. She's not a Medahina, right?
No, she has a last name.
Clearly not, because she talks to her father and stuff like that, yeah. Duram.
I'm not putting words in their mouth at all. That's what she's saying. And it's so hard for Tessel to resist. He has low wisdom, okay? He has a low will.
She's not saying too much, because last time she was here, even though she's charismatic and whatnot. She caused
No.
the problem just by being here. So
We're talking about the other lady.
I know.
Is it
But I'm talking about
dating
Leah.
hard?
So go ahead.
Without going into detail, myself as a member of Clan Densho have witnessed the aforementioned council member perform tasks that would strengthen Kijinxi and Clan Shado and weaken Peridot.
And why do you wish to not go into these details?
This is a matter for the Shado Council.
Nods appreciatively, like
Yeah.
that's it's not one of those like convenience. It's no, they understand.
Yeah.
Okay. They nod, and then she'll actually turn to you and say, "Warlord, would you care to shed any additional light, or is this something that's is kept close to the clan's chest?" And again, in this scenario, there's no judgment. They're not being dicks about this. They understand that we've just offered you information, but we can't give you too much. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. I can't remember out of game what she's done exactly. Obviously, right?
You mean, do you know what Pete is specifically referring to?
No, I don't remember. But
Movie of the Border.
Yeah.
That was Italia though.
Well, they're both parent, right?
They are both Perrin.
Yeah, but she's not Perrin.
She's from.
She's Perrin, but she's not Del.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, said what I said. I was thinking about it.
Oh, she's human. Oh.
Is she? I thought she was Perrin. Well, I guess we're all wrong.
Hey, they both look kind of similar at younger ages, right?
They do. I mean,
They do.
I'm trying to think. Has she ever done actually anything against Peridot? I don't think so. I think we've only not killed Perrin soldiers.
Just
It's
do
council
the
matters.
council matters. Yeah. All right, and I will be back soon.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't press the issue any further. She said so she leaves it at that. She says, you come before us asking for some sort of forgiveness for a slight that I think is fabricated in your own minds. No offense, I know that the difficulties of ruling a nation weigh heavily on all the warlords, including our very own. I understand things went poorly while you were in the north, but there was also much drink involved, was there not? And you know how the clans can behave when gathered together. Do you respond or no?
I don't think there's any drink at the moment where we had our confrontation.
You didn't. There was. You didn't drink, though.
Oh, I had a drink because I snuck in later, didn't I? That was when I spoke to
because you
her
did
father.
other stuff, yeah. She says...
I don't say anything to that.
She says... so I do apologize that you have this imagined slight. The slight does not exist. If we're going to be honest with one another, there are obvious concerns that have already been shared between myself and you. You choose to treat closely with those that make others nervous. I suggest you learn their true loyalties.
I already have.
Nod slowly. I'm glad that you're confident in it then. And then you hear, like, the darkest dungeon, like, confidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Killer. I would not have a member on my council if I did not have my confidence in them. As your warlord does the same.
Nods again. So then, since we've moved past this, again, I do apologize for the imagined slight. What is it we could do for you instead?
Well, they're just lying out of their teeth about there not being a relations problem. Shit. I don't think we could draft treaties on land, on maybe land exchange. It's probably not best of them out. There's no way they don't know. They're the grand diplomat.
If you seem to be at a bit of a loss for words, she says...
She's pondering. So
she says, I suppose at this point in time we should take a bit of a break. I think conversations have gone on perhaps a bit more dour than any of us had anticipated. So, a moment for us all to collect our thoughts, perhaps have a few skins of mead or the like, and we can reconvene tomorrow.
He nods.
Okay.
We shall meet tomorrow then.
And she will kind of like adjourn the meeting so you guys can go off a different direction. I imagine you're going to have, what's his name? She will look over to what's his face, Pete, and say, Pete, if you wouldn't mind, I'd actually appreciate a few words with you. And he kind of like nod and like excuse himself politely from you, and will go off to be with her or whatever for a while. That being said, that leaves you and Aaliyah to get back to your own, wherever your room is. And
fine in.
Fine in. And to spend time talking there. Damn it, hiccup. Okay. So she yeah, so there she is with you. Yeah.
Tesla's just sitting there frustrated.
So it's one of those things where the door it's not even clicked shut, and she goes, that could have gone worse.
She's a slimy bastard that's wiggling between truths.
Shakes her head and says, you know what the worst part of it is? She barely even spoke the last time I was here.
Who spoke to you? Was it the warlord himself?
The warlord did not come to the meeting, same as he didn't with this one. That's, as you know, a sign of disrespect. Warlords can't be expected to be a part of every meeting, but certainly yourself and your two closest allies make it their what is it? Put the honest attempt into being there for almost every meeting with outside influencers.
What do we do? How do we proceed on this? It seems they have no desire to actually even try to have a mending of the relations, as they ignore its existence entirely.
Well, our biggest problem right now is with Mazzara. Prior to this, Tyrol was a bit of an issue. He's the general, sorry, the war chief, whatever you want to call it. He is a difficult man to speak to, and so on, so on. But one of the things I know about Mazzara is she's not just young, she is also unwed.
I sit staring, like waiting for elaboration.
If you're looking to close, to make ties with the Roan, there's your opportunity. More importantly, Madiri, which is the treasurer, as you know, Madiri is a very, very close dear friend of Mazzara. Madiri is pro-Paradil trade. Madiri seems to be sympathetic to us. It is possible that certain arrangements can be made through Madiri to get to Mazzara and potentially catch her eye towards a eligible suitor from our own clan. The blessings of the warlords, a union of the nations through a treaty and marriage.
Who?
Normally I would offer your brother.
Well, it's, not possible.
She seems to have an affinity towards gnomes. She tosses that as like a joke, but then it's one of those things as you guys chuckle, you like kind of catch each other's eye, like.
Letty's like 5 times our age.
Yeah, that doesn't matter though. When you deal with fantasy ages, it doesn't matter.
I know, but it's also he's middle aged.
That's like if you stop and you think of like Aragorn and what's her face, Arwen.
Oh yeah.
You're sitting there and you're like, wait, how many 1,000-year-old is she?
Yeah, but like, after like 200, right? I don't think it really matters much, right?
Does it not? I don't know.
I don't know.
When she's like, I was on my 18th husband when you were conceived, you're like, use a hoe. So.
So who do we have? We have Tark, Tiktung, Ishai. Mazada's quite old. I don't think that would work. Atelia? No.
She shrugs and says, unfortunately, I just don't know exactly what Mazara's tastes are. That's something that we would have to have looked into.
We have 2 hobgoblins, a Perrin, probably. Is Ishai from Kijinxi? Yeah, they are from Kijinxi. Okay.
She does say, but while we are in the idea of trying to figure this out for future endeavors, we need to plan on what it is we're going to do tomorrow. I have an idea of an approach.
I need it. I'm lost. She's boiling my blood.
Unfortunately, you are too emotional in this situation. Your emotions is what makes you the kind leader that you are. But here, it's just leaving you out for the wolves to snap at. Every time your guard goes down, she takes another bite. We are horribly losing this engagement. I suggest we don't try to properly button things off tomorrow. I suggest we leave the door open for future communication. And I suggest that we bring Lenny in. We already have a soft spot on the council with Madiri. The 2 of them being gnomes of similar backgrounds would lead them to immediately hit it off as a degree of friendship. On top of that, we already know Mazara has a bit of, so she's looking for, of a soft spot for the gnomes, and he is not Del. He's Arcane Congress. They're a neutral force, or at least perceived to be a neutral force by all sides. So that leaves him relatively open. He is of Shadow and serves Shadow, but he is not of any nation. He's the Arcane Congress. And the Arcane Congress has many dealings with the Paradel. He could speak to the merits of trading with Paradel, without speaking to the merits of trading with Paradel, if you catch my meaning.
How do we get Lenny here?
Not tomorrow. Not the next day.
Oh, I see.
Lenny has many
in a
projects.
future meeting.
She nods.
Understood.
Not only does it give him time to finish off his projects and to unload his workload that he has right now, but on top of that, perhaps he can even devise a bit of a gift, something to deliver.
So we are to leave the door open. Does that mean we talk for bits and then we end the meeting, say, or propose we speak again at some other time? How do you suggest this?
We need to direct this meeting. It's left too open and in their court. They are controlling it because they are just leaving no direction. We have walked no paths other than stepping on traps for them to point out our flaws by their perception, their perceived flaws of ours, right? We need to go in there with a plan of exactly what the meeting is, and it can't just be friendship. It needs to be trade or some sort of very specific deal. We need to have a particular pathway. Perhaps asking them if they would be interested in the mutual benefits and construction of a trade route between our clan and theirs. Maybe no actual treaty or whatnot or details put down quite just yet, but at least the construction of the road between our home and theirs. So that allows for more trade between our people and their people. Allow the advisors to squabble, allow the warlords to bicker, that's fine, but allow the people to trade. Once the cultures blend a little bit, we can win their hearts over when they hear about how much our warlord is beloved by our people, right? They'll also hear the rumors of the salamanders and how unique and powerful our clan is because of this. This is how we can slowly start to sway their minds and gives us direction for this meeting. If you have any other ideas, of course, Warlord, but we need to go in there with a narrow path. And if they try to deviate from that path with ill-conceived notions or insults, we just push it back to that path and allow them to be the jerks that deviated.
Okay, I think we could do it. It's been difficult. I can't do my normal way of presenting myself.
Unfortunately, flamboyance doesn't work here. She just then she kind of like looks off to the side like she's thinking of something, and she kind of chuckles to herself a little bit. It's like one of those like she thinks of something and chuckles to herself, kind of like shakes it off in her own head.
Don't you can't leave it.
No, it's
No, you can't.
bringing Densho back next time we come is actually a good idea. Densho is a boon in these engagements. They are viewed well by Clan Theron. Unfortunately, the relationship between Clan Densho and Clan Theron is so good, and our relationship is so poor, that it just casts more of a shadow on us. If we're going to utilize the Densho relationship in a way to prop us up rather than put us down, perhaps a different representative of Densho should come with us for the travel.
Mortimer?
It's been a long time since he was in the mountains.
Oh. We'll try to arrange this.
She will like plays like a gentle hand on like if you're sitting on your forearm, if you're standing on your shoulder, and say, "I'll leave it to you to convince Warlord Varix of this."
I think he will be. You know, he's been trying to get rid of Mortimer for a while now, I believe.
She chuckles. He says, like the old bastard does seem to be impervious to death. But that's for a different time. For now, let's think of how we're going to direct the conversation tomorrow. Do you have a plan?
Well, sorry, I'm distracted. On the question of their history, as I pull out the little sapphire ruby circle, right? Is that what it is? It's a circle. This iron sun?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a sphere.
Mm-hmm.
And I just pop it above me as it rotates on the blue side, I guess, for intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit and ponder on
it takes 24 hours for those things to kick in, though.
But does the skill points kick in? Then never mind.
24 hours later on.
Unlucky. Then I don't do that.
Yeah. That's why you removed it before, is because it took 24 hours for it to officially go away and whatnot. Yeah. So, they're great magic items, but it's not one of those things where you just instantly and it's on.
Only if.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we figure out a plan. So I guess the idea is what? To just speak about making a route, not like write anything on paper, but suggest like we should make roads between our nation to facilitate trade between our peoples. If there's like no problem with our peoples, then this would be great boon for all of us, as better and swifter commerce is beneficial, and this road would help you get to your allies or your friends in Densho as well to transport your goods. Yeah, I get this.
Cool. So, and is that the only thing you want to work on? Is it the only like civil project or whatever you want to work on? Or did you have any other ideas, any other plans of stuff that you could kind of like use to your benefit here?
Nothing at the moment. I think this is probably the only thing that we can do, because anything else requires a greater degree of cooperation. Right? If they worry about the border, if we wanted to build like border yeah, but the border trade agreement we would have to do when we're more friends. Right now we're not friends. So any agreement we make is going to be full disagreement. I have to wait till at least they're neutral with me before I can try to establish a strong border with them.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you that if you don't have a decent, like right now you're kind of walking into it with penalties. So like, sure, the conversation could go well, but you're gambling on it.
I have a plan to give them a border agreement that will probably be beneficial, but we can't. I can't do that now.
You could also, but to touch on what Joey's suggesting, If you're talking about border agreement and you're talking about building a road, so I don't think you built a road actually on your capital yet. You just built it to here so far. I don't think you actually built it on your capital yet. So
I haven't.
You in theory could, as part of the arrangement of building a road, is you could say, okay, well, I'm going to build a road from my soon-to-be capital down and into your lands. So you could say, like, we're clearly going to build this, take this land right here. That way you can start building over here, and maybe even offer to build a road here for them. That way you're like really being kind. So more or less this upcoming turn, you'd be like, okay, cool. I built one road, two roads, and then even though it's their lands, you send either the money or the workers or whatever it is over to build the third road. There's 3 terrain improvements, and that means that they only have to build 2 roads. So you're like really meeting with them, and then if you're looking to be devious at the same time, because you've kind of already agreed to take this land, you could also just grab this one at the same time.
Well, my idea is that if I want to make a border arrangement where can I have all 3 of these hexes, right? Which is what I want.
Yeah.
That I can agree to letting them have this hex.
Gotcha.
Which gives them a strategic position while I also have a strategic position, right?
That's actually not a bad idea. It does reduce yours, your, but yeah.
But this would come out to where I'm not trying to just fuck Throne, but this is like beneficial to them, right?
I don't know if now is the time to have that conversation.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. So
this is the future conversation.
Like grabbing this spot right here is going to be important for the sake of building a road, right?
Yeah,
and obviously you're not going to let them grab that spot, as Green has talked about 1,000 times on the Aderian updates. Like bordering each other's nations is not an issue, but bordering each other's cities is. So
yeah, I agree. So that's what we'll do. I don't know if I want to build a road in their city because that seems almost too conciliatory. I understand what
you're saying. You're
we
more
don't
or
want
less
to
saying,
seem weak.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't think Tesla would do it because that makes us look like a little bitch. All right.
Sure. There's nothing wrong with
it. We're
it.
a strong, independent clan.
And I think you already used Aaliyah's advice, but you can always, I suppose Aaliyah's the only one with you, and you already used her advice.
Well, she's asked. I've already got her advice.
Yeah. By the way, did you guys see that I did the February updates for your characters?
I did. Lenny's got 22 in, baby.
Yeah, Nick, all of your Patreon created characters had a +1/+2 in attribute. I think only one of your characters actually affected their ability to be leaders. So I think like only Ryan or somebody like that actually affected the way he affects the kingdom, because the others went from even to odd. He went from odd to even. But they did all get a +1 their primary attribute, which is nice. So something to keep in mind. But back to you. So
yeah. So we go in there. All right. We got a plan set, ready to go. And hopefully Tesla doesn't fumble it.
Okay, cool. So you guys go back into it the next day. And you come back. This time, once again, you do have Mazzara is there. Madiri is there as well, which makes sense. But you also have a middle-aged... they're human. Maybe Kuru. You can't tell. You know what I mean? They're too far away from you with how far back they are for you to like see if they're just human or Kuru, which is a type of human. Yeah. And you have a 4th person there. This one is sitting up front and center. He's a middle-aged, like half-orc Karuk that is sitting there. You can just immediately tell by the clothing that they're wearing that they are obviously the war chief, right? Could you go ahead and roll me a religion check?
Oh, Tesla's great at these, right? Obviously. It's not a classical, to be clear. It's not a classical, so I put 1 point in it so I could even roll.
Would you like Aaliyah to roll that as well?
I don't think she has it.
Probably not. And then I'm going to look at Pete.
I mean, what did you expect? Listen, I'm a religious leader, all right, but I'm not a religious knowledge man. I know not much about the gods.
Pete does not have it. Nope. Okay. So, all right, cool. So you just know that he is the clearly the war chief sitting there. So this time there's 4 people there. The Magister is not there, but the general, once again the Grand Diplomat, and the Treasurer are, as well as somebody else, whose position you don't know. So you come in and you sit there and see the 4 there. and she calls the meeting to be adjourned, so on and so forth. You never saw Pete again between A and B because she spent some time with lots of pleasantries with Pete. I can talk to Jacob about that on the side, but it was just being nice, nothing douchey.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, so now you're sitting there again. This is a continuation of our meeting from yesterday. I'm hoping that we can finally put aside, so we can finally conclude this, as we have many other dealings to move forward with.
We have given thought over the night. It seems our misconception of the distaste between Theron and Shadow is set aside, and as such, we propose the building of a road between our clans for our people to travel and trade.
Building of a road between our clans. Now, would this not be perhaps too easy of a path for the people of your clan to come marching into ours? And
does it not go both ways?
she says that, and the general actually kind of like snorts, and he says, "No." He chimes in. He goes, "No, it would not be a concern in the least bit. I believe what the warlord here is suggesting is that a path that would walk from their new mountain home that our scouts have seen them constructing inside the recently erupted volcano, that it would be beginning there and moving in our valley, the easiest place to build a home, walking past all of our guard stations, our barracks, our watchtowers, and anything else that would eliminate any concerns if anyone was foolish enough to raise."
Tesla nods along. This is correct.
Madiri does chime in and say, well, I don't know if we can really dedicate any of our assets at the moment over towards the construction of roads. Trade would help us in the end, there's no doubt about that, but I do have to say that we are kind of a little bit involved with some other details. The human, middle-aged male human, that's there once again, looks kind of tired, says, it is possible we could allow a road to be built there. You are working on a couple of, shall we say, finding some assets for me at the moment. I think I can make do without your assistance, Madiri. I'd have to look into some matters, but it's a maybe. And Mazzara says, something like this would have to go through the warlord. I do not know if this is entirely... I don't know if this is whether or not he would find this to be ill-advised or not. But at this point, I want you to go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Cool. None of the... So, what's going to apply here? So, perfume apply?
Perfume. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and then Aaliyah's a building. That's ability, socialite?
If you would like
that
to, yes.
That applies for this whole event, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I make a diplomacy check later, it'll also apply.
Let me just click it so I can see the phrasing. Aaliyah attends warlord to visit the court. Aaliyah may grant the warlord plus on her interactions with the attendees during that event. Yep.
Cool. All right. Yeah, this isn't the important one, I don't think, right? This isn't the one to increase relations. Or what? Is this the important one? I don't know. I have that -5, right?
Yes.
So I only have I'm counting that into my check, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'm just going to roll it with my +1.
Okay.
Wow. It's pretty good.
Pretty solid. So more or less, you make kind of like a speech about the benefit to be like put aside.
Yeah.
As I said, put
You know.
aside the concerns of this, that, and the other thing. This is about our people being able to trade with one another. We need not make any grand deals or trade, treaties or whatever between our state and yours. It's for our people to have access.
Yeah, I mentioned Densho, and it opened your markets all the way to the Western River with our allies in Kushibashi.
Mm-hmm. Yep. More or less, you're doing the whole Silk Road bullshit. Right?
Yeah, this provides a safe and protected road all the way to the West River.
Isn't that like what the Ottoman Empire did? They were like, so we happen to be like in the middle of the road. We're more or less highwaymen between like the West and the East.
Yeah, they were the market capital of it. But like the Silk Road started in China and went through.
No. It went from China all the way to friggin' Spain.
Constantinople.
Right?
Well,
yeah.
Constantinople.
Well, sure, but they were like they effectively charged taxes like everywhere they went. Yeah, there's more or less you're saying like I'll open up those things, levy taxes.
No. I don't imagine there's much taxes on the roads in Kajinksi. I don't know. Well, we do get a bit of economy from a road, don't we? We get like 1.125 or something.
Listen, you need to levy taxes. You need to take 51% of the income tax to
pay
for your army.
This
is how America does it, Sel.
Let's continue. Well, fuck America then. Okay.
Crushing taxes, and it only goes into the military. All right.
So, I assume that succeeds.
Yeah, that succeeds. So more or less, kind of like you make the speech, so on and so forth, and Madiri agrees that things can be done, and that this would, even if they're dipping into reserves that otherwise they shouldn't be, this would be seen as amicable, as beneficial, even. You know what?
It's like 2 BP per road.
Yeah, but you don't know what they have going on.
They're sending like 60 to Jake every other turn.
You don't know what they have going on, right? So ongoing projects they have happening. So either way, yeah, you were going to come to this agreement, so on and so forth. But now, just to button off this whole exchange and kind of like how it all played out, this is going to be when you do your overall like kingdom getting along with one another bullshit check. So,
yeah. All right, so another diplomacy roll.
Si, senor.
I'm winning.
This is going to be the diplomacy roll.
What?
This is the diplomacy roll.
Yeah, it's a win if it's on it. All right, plus 27. Does that beat the DC? Oh shit!
I don't remember what the DC is.
I don't look at it. Oh, that's scary. That doesn't. I can't even touch the DC.
What is the DC again?
38.
Oh, you're the 6.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can't lock it. There's no point.
Did you use the WW on this?
I did.
Oh. So you just failed. Failed doesn't.
Yeah.
But you did. Did you fail by 5 or more?
Failed it by 5 exactly, so not 4 more.
That's 5 is if you don't luck it, then things are worse.
Oh well, it can't get worse. We're already in friendly.
They can go to hostile.
Well, if they're hostile, they're dumb fucks. Fine. We're failed by 4.
Okay. So
Aaliyah's aid was the +4.
So you failed by 4, so you just weren't successful in trying to make them more friendly towards you. Which I'm glad the dice went that way, because that's actually how the role play kind of played out. It ended with leaving the door open for next time. And I would say that you do leave the door open for next time. Be like, well, we're hoping to that this is the last time we're able to deal with one another. If when we finish constructing these roads, as we allow our people to trade with one another, perhaps we can find that is beneficial enough that we can look into future trade dealings or so on and so forth. Like you're saying, you're trying not to grab your ankles, but at the same time, you're trying to leave the back door open for diplomacy. So yeah. It is being amicable and taking the effort to come here. So otherwise, so we will kind of like end there. Was there anything else with this event or no?
No, this is there's just a diplomacy edict.
Yep, and I think that you had no other events aside from the random one until your next kingdom roll, where I'm hitting you with everything else, right?
Yep. So
You had nothing ongoing, to be clear.
Oh shit! I have to look at this.
You have to make sure you have nothing ongoing.
So I'm Lenny's studying the creatures, the creatures. I don't know what the hell they are. Lenny's gonna do check to study those for the mountains, because the imp things are dead. And I'm assuming the jewels of Uroth haven't arrived yet. They're traders.
Jewels of Eroth. They were giving you time to talk to your friends, so I would say next time.
Okay, so I have two things then. Tick-Tongue's gonna help.
Oh wait, hold on. The jewels of Eroth are going to be what gets you. Is that what you needed to get ingredients?
No, that was one of the opportunities. We're sending
But-
Tick-Tongue with Nick right
To get
now.
them
This
for
turn,
you.
I'm rolling
Okay.
for him for Cold Iron.
Okay, cool. So let's
So
get that done.
yeah, and Lenny's rolling too for the imp things. I don't know what. So
And Nick already invested somebody into you, and I believe you already succeeded in that, or whatever it was. So he is aiding you in this check. So let me just get over to the dice thing. Shado, advisor tasks. You're saying Tick-Tongue, which is plus Tick-Tongue, which is a +5. And Nick succeeded using, who was he sending over there again? Was it Ryan?
well, I sent.
Tick-Tongue to
Yeah, I
aid
think it was
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah. But it's your check, right?
Yeah.
And Ryan was aiding. Did he already roll for Ryan? I feel like he did. No, he
muted, Nick.
didn't. No, he didn't because Ryan was too busy taking care of the bird flu.
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm rolling for Tick-Tongue now, and he's rolling for Ryan next time on his
Gotcha.
turn. And then my next month, if those are successful, I have the Cold Iron,
Okay, cool. I understand. So
and then I can handle the Elemental.
you can go ahead and roll for Tick-Tongue. This is to be clear, this is an economy check.
Oh hell yeah, baby!
So it's a
One
+3 for you.
D20 plus 8. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
I'm rolling a 1. I did not roll a 1. I critically succeed.
You absolutely did well. Yep, great job. This gives a huge boon to Nick when we do his. Cool. Now we're going to do
Cool.
your 25% chance of. Tell me the 25
Well,
numbers.
Lenny first. He's researching the
Oh
creatures,
yeah,
the bodies.
Sorry, that was actually a really hard check too, if I remember correctly, because they're foreign creatures to you guys. So you can
yeah.
learn more about them, but no, you couldn't discover what they are. You're trying to discover how they can be useful. I understand.
Well, I'm trying to discover what they are and how we can fight them later. Besides dropping them on things.
I forget what's the name of that. There's a
We don't-
name for like more or less taxidermy to turn monster bits into useful items.
Oh.
I can't remember what it's called.
Taxidermy might be it. But
No,
monster
something
parts.
else. But it's fine.
I don't
So
know.
you're gonna roll for Lenny.
Yeah.
Let me look at Lenny again.
Economy, stability,
Give me 1
loyalty.
second. Lenny. Okay, there you are. I would
He's
say.
ambitious.
I would say because you're looking to how this would be used. No, because you're looking more about defending the nation. I'd say this is a stability check.
Cool.
Harvesting is not the word. There's like a specific word for doing harvesting.
Does this help with his ambition? This is learning about things that are untreaded.
I will say yes.
Okay.
It's plus 14.
Yeah, Lenny is fucking sick. Wait, is this?
Better get some medicine. If you lose Lenny, you're fucked.
Well, Lenny is actually he's a 6, so it's a plus 15.
What's a 6? Oh, hey, that went up. Cool. Got to roll, baby. Like I said, this is
Okay.
not an easy check.
That's not a great roll.
It's not. Did you want?
That was
to,
hard.
Did you want to luck that?
I have a 50% chance of getting formidable. I don't get formidable. Unlucky.
Okay.
Well, I assume I fail, but it doesn't matter.
Lenny tries to discover what it is these creatures are, and he's able to discover, as you kind of already knew beforehand, that their flesh is impervious to metal. Even magical metals that have mild enchantments to them, barely scratch their skin. Like they're impervious to non-magical metals, and magical metals they're very resistant to. So that is not the most wise way to combat them. Wooden pikes, throwing rocks at their heads, things like that. Anything that's like the Karuk way of fighting actually works better than these things. It's probably why they don't stand out in your mind or in Karuk history. They were just beasts that were defeated before by the Karuk. But out here, with metal weapons, they're a genuine concern. It's actually a problem of the modern world, not of the ancient world, right? So
Imagine we make it where all people in the mountain area now carry like clubs with them alongside their normal weapon.
Sure, of course. Yeah. And that's fine. You can absolutely make that decision. Unfortunately, with the failure that you have there, I would say half of the stock, he just kind of like ends up just mutilating the bodies and not really knowing how to preserve them well because he doesn't understand them and so on and so forth in ways that he loses half, if not more, of the ones that were delivered to him. They are wasted. You can still try again next time to see if anything can be had from them. Okay?
Oh, cool. That's really cool. Then I'm gonna leave it marked.
Okay. Just make sure you're like half dead or half gone or some shit. Cool.
Uh,
What are the 25 numbers? I will allow actually Viking to tell me the 25 numbers that are the danger numbers for Cell.
give it to me, Viking. All right, pick good numbers. All right,
And
I want
then
an event.
And then Cell, you choose somebody that's going to roll those numbers.
Once Viking picks, Joey will roll. Is that 25 numbers? Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, what did he write? 35 to 60? Yeah, that's 25 numbers.
It fails.
Okay.
Your event isn't forgotten, I don't think. I don't know.
So
I don't know
that
what your
becomes
event is.
75. Does
Xylemos is depressed. His,
Xylemos is referring to literally what you're working on right now. The thing that
Yeah.
you just got a critical success for. And that's for Nick to go find the cold iron so you can do all the other stuff.
So I can kill an elemental.
Yeah. It's not that it's
And-
forgotten. It's just it needs to come out. It's
Do
not
I know
all
if I
of a
can
sudden-
hit it?
Yeah.
Do I know if I can hit it with my weapon?
Hit what?
The elemental?
That's a good question. But no, you have magic weapons. So you have magic potions and oils and stuff.
Well, I have a magic. My weapon is +1.
No, but you also have like ghost touch or something like that you had gotten for yourself.
I have blessed weapon.
Oh, blessed weapon. That's what you had gotten for yourself. And
I don't know if
because
that would work against it.
You're right, but you have you know that you were able to harm the thing before.
With magic weapon, though.
Using magic weapon. Your weapon's magic, so that starts, and you have other things to try to aid you. So
I
you've
just
actually
put
already
blessed
started.
weapon on it. Why not, right? Let's see if it works.
Yeah, you don't. If you keep opening the oven, it actually slows down the cooking process. It actually makes the cookies come out worse. So, you put them in there. You set the timer. You don't check on
Alright.
them until the timer goes off.
It's Nick's turn.
Are you sure?
I have nothing else. What else would I have? Yeah, I got nothing left.
I mean, take more of his time.
Can Jordan? Oh, I don't have money. Never mind.
I just thought I was watching the stream now and wasn't actually playing in it.
All right, Nick.
He's just a pretty face.
Nick is a pretty face.
Okay, so y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Nick, starting for you, sir, man, boy, sir. I hope you have your turn already plotted out. I expect you to be done in 20 minutes.
Yeah, gotta get to that cell content quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just to be clear, Jake's turn is already 100% done, so it would just go straight back to Sal.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So if you finish, it literally comes back around to Sal.
Well, what we can do is if it comes back to me and Nick finishes, we can just do the combat with the fire elemental. If we want to divide up the kingdom turns.
So Nick, let's
Oh, I don't know. No, because if we do that and we do the combat with the fire elemental, we're gonna start next session with you first again.
Yeah, but we're gonna be starting first anyway. Because I have to kill the fire elemental.
So you start planning your turn, Sal. Okay. All right.
I already planned it. I have a spreadsheet and it's all planned out. All right. I've been doing it in class
Chat,
instead of.
raise your hand if you believe him.
I can post it. All right. I don't have anything secret there. All right. I can post it at Warmonger spoilers.
Let's get back to the
Alright.
game.
All right,
So,
you try
Nick-
hard.
Nick, you go ahead and we're gonna start with your where are you, Kushibashi. So we're gonna go ahead and start with your stability check. You literally cannot fail, no matter what. But go ahead and roll for me.
Right.
Look at that. You did such a great job. I love it.
I know.
All right. So after that is, since you have no unrest, that immediately adds one more to your treasury. I'm adding it right now. You're at 54 in your
Sweet.
treasury, which unfortunately didn't let me do. So you have to change it to a 54 because I think you
Because
clicked on it.
I was already in the box.
Yeah, a hail. After that is going to be your pay consumption. Your consumption is literally a 0 right now, which is pretty awesome. So you don't have to pay for anything right now. After that is, let's just make sure everything's correct. Yeah, kingdom size is 23. This is where you cap out to 25 right now. Yeah. All right, cool.
Mhm.
After that's going to be fill any magic item slots. I think you have an empty slot, don't you? No. You have only one potion, unless anything expanded on your primary town.
Didn't Sel buy this one? The fire potion. You bought
He
that
did
last
buy
time.
that. Yeah, delete that.
Oh shit,
And
the
I
fire
think-
resistance, right? Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Cool. And what does your other your other town have? No slots? No, because your alchemist is almost done. Okay, cool. So
Is that
ask somebody
done
in chat
with
to roll a D100 for you.
Sure. Who doesn't get any love in chat? You know what, Anno, you can roll it.
Does Otto not get love?
I feel like Anno needs love.
He's about to invade the Ukraine. That's why
About
he
to?
failed. Yeah.
They've already.
All right. So back to the game. So yep, fail. Moving on from there, it's going to be modify and rest. You have 0, so we can just ignore that and move forward. Assign leadership. Are there any leaders that are switching positions, moving around, people being replaced, people being added in, anything like that happening?
I believe Joey was trying to send you a sheet. I don't know if you guys.
A sheet for what?
That's a good question. Let me pull it up. Come on, for a hype train character.
His new treasurer. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, what's the name?
I don't know.
I would have to know the name. No.
I don't know. I told him I originally wanted a Hafui Ron Swanson, but I think we wound up changing it after that.
That's hilarious. And I don't see anything in here that is a new treasurer. I see nothing anywhere in here. So unless I'm missing something. Shibashi. Nothing here. Advisors. Hype train.
Is it in the game?
Daichi.
Look at the bottom. You
I
hide
already
stuff
did.
at the bottom.
I already did, yeah. Nothing there.
Rip Corza.
I'm not sure what Jinsoku is. Let's see what that is. Nope, that's an animal companion. So that's a no. Yeah, I don't see anything in here. So, yep, there's nothing. And Joey fell suspiciously quiet. Oh, wait. All of a sudden, something just randomly appeared. I think he just imported it. He literally just imported it right now.
He had asked me if you wanted him to import it or just copy the stuff. And
I did not get that message. That's funny.
I did not ask you. So.
Oh, it was
Why would you ask
specifically from
Nick?
you.
Why would you ask Nick this? You should just talk to Scott.
That is valid. That is valid, Snaga. Let's not assume competence on my part.
Yeah, so that's there, and you can see it now. I just have to move it into your clan area. So this is a new treasurer in theory.
In theory.
How good are they? +3 intelligence, and somehow are very good at being merchants. So what the fuck's this person background? Why are they so good at this stuff? It's a it's a Hawufa. You have a Hawufa ranger.
Sweet. Is that like a furry hafue?
Oh, hi, love. I didn't even know you were awake. Oh, you fell asleep. Oh, okay. Hi, bye. Thank you. Oh, sweet dreams, I guess. Okay. Yay, dinner. All right. Oh, well. All right. Sorry. So,
Sounds- Looks like that dinner got handed to you like mine did on Valentine's Day.
right. Yeah. All right. Cool. I mean, she literally just kind of like stumbled downstairs, handed me food, and stumbled back upstairs to go pass out. So, kids are on school
That was-
vacation weeks, and Brittany had a play date with somebody from Rory's class. Finally, she's been trying to get these kids to play together for months. But like last time they tried, he broke his clavicle like right beforehand, and the mom was like, "Yeah, we're not going to be doing play dates for a little while." So they finally did it today, and so Brittany's just kind of exhausted from doing kid stuff all day.
That is exhausting.
Yeah. It was fun. Rory actually came to work with me today for like 45 minutes or so. Nothing crazy. Well, Brittany had to, even though it was her day off, they didn't know that they had the day off. They didn't know that it was like a holiday at their job because they got acquired again. So they had scheduled so much stuff thinking that they worked. So they were all kind of like, all right, well, you scheduled it, so you should probably deal with it. And she's like, first of all, you're the boss and told us that we were working that day, and you live the closest. And it's kind of like one of those, yeah, but you scheduled it. So I'm literally the furthest person from there. I think we already closed this conversation. It's one of those scenarios. So she had to go in earlier. It was funny. Anyways,
Yeah.
you know how it is when you work for a corporation. So,
Yes. Yeah.
all right, you just say, please, sir, may I have another? All right, cool.
Thankfully, my commute's now 5 feet, so it's not as much of a position.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, cool. So you're switching over your person. So I don't know this character or where they came from or why they're here. So I'm going to have to throw it to you, Nick. Why is this person just suddenly inside of your clan being promoted? What is the significance?
So my guess is that Ivan caught a strange variant of my second bird flu. Thanks, guys. Get original. And croaked, and now I have a new treasurer. I have no idea. Ivan's retiring.
Okay. Ivan, the
Well,
4'8", the 4'8", their age is unlisted, so we didn't even know how old Ivan was. Apparently, he was getting up there in age.
He was 80 years old.
Oh my god! You know what it was? It's not that he's old, guys. He is the treasurer. He's been siphoning off the top for a while. He's just like, oh, I'm just gonna do an early retirement,
He was
and like
executed.
runs off, off with a bunch of money.
Is that why I finally have money now?
Yeah. He stopped siphoning.
Yeah, that makes Nick look really bad.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and have to roll a loyalty check. They're not switching to a different position. They're just straight up abdicating. So it's a flat loyalty check. Luckily for you, you've recently fixed your loyalty considerably. So you can fail with a natty 1. Do us proud, Nick.
Where's my? Oh, we have a loyalty macro, right? That works now.
Yeah. I hope. Strangely didn't roll, but okay.
Interesting. Yeah,
Okay.
that was decent.
This person whose name I have to find again, Ferris. offers, I think, a +5. They do. Okay, let's go over to Kushibashi. Change the IBAN. Ferris, 2, 5. That increases your economy by a little bit more. That's good news. Yay! All right. After that is going to be.
Do we have to change them on the other tab too?
I think I already did. Oh, over there. Yeah, it's a good call. Good call. I'll do that real quick. So advisor tasks, treasurer. Here, he uses what, intelligence, I think, which is also a 3. Months is 1. But what's their ranks? Ranks is 3. Same, just 3 as a merchant. So actually, they're slightly worse for advisor tasks because they've been there for a shorter period of time. Technically, this is month 0. So, slightly worse for advisor tasks, but better than the other one for all the other stuffs. So that's good news. All right, cool. Let's move on. After that, sir, is going to be claim or abandon hexes. Yeah, they can claim up to 2 hexes. Where you claim?
I do think it's time to start claiming more. I think. I kind of want to grab this one to just finish that off.
Mm-hmm.
And then claim the last hex to build the canal. This one?
Okay.
This one. I think is what
No.
Joey's talking about, right?
No, that's somebody else.
Oh, that's
No,
these
it's
guys.
this one.
Nick is correct.
Yeah, it's this one because we're this is turning into a lake, and then we'll run it down this way.
Yeah, I see.
What do you mean, Viking birds are delicious?
Okay. You building any farms or anything like that?
Did you delete? Yeah, you deleted that one.
Oh, did I by accident? Sorry. Was there a farm there? There was a farm there. I'll fix that. There you go. So we're gonna add 2 planes onto you. So it gets you to 14 planes, which gets you to 25 total, but you're still the same kingdom size. Not until next turn do you get to be the bigger kingdom size. All right, cool. So that's I do you want to build any farms anywhere? You have 3 terrain improvements you can do. What would you like to do?
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the Kamatori ones, right?
Yep, if you wanted to. I believe they cost 4 BP each or something like that, right? Wait, how did we say they work? Do they work like mines?
Then they'd be 6.
No. What do they work like? Remind me. I think we
Mines,
said they were like.
right?
No, fisheries. I think they work like fisheries.
They reduce consumption.
No, it's supposed to be profit.
Then it'd be mines.
Sawmills.
Yes.
Which I think are just the same as mines.
No.
There might be stability. That's quarry.
Because mines are economy and BP. Sawmills are stability and BP.
Well, that's what quarry is as well.
So I think it's supposed to be 4 BP, and I think it's also supposed to be economy.
It's 3 BP and it's stability
Correct, for a
and
sawmill.
BP.
But I think it's actually supposed to be, for this, we were saying it's supposed to be 4 BP, and it's still economy, not stability. Because it doesn't make sense that having the breeding Kushibashi would make stability. It makes sense that it would make economy. And it doesn't make sense it would only be 3 BP. It should be more expensive. So I actually think it should work like a mine, honestly.
Well, then I would say just make it a
Where
mine
it's
then,
6.
right?
Yeah, it just makes sense that you just keep the rules the same, and it literally works like a mine, which is it costs 6 BP, gives you 1 BP and 1 economy every turn, so on and so forth.
And
The
you
only
can make a
different-
building like a foundry for
I was
them.
gonna say actually, but if you ignore the foundry aspect, you make it only 4 BP. That way you can't stack it, and then
Or you
then
could-
it actually balances it out.
Or you could just have like a ranch building that's basically the cost the same as a foundry.
No, because you already have stables and stuff like that, right? So why would you have like no? I like the idea of going with 4
Okay.
BP, but otherwise works like a mine and just can't has nothing that enhances it.
Yeah.
So Nick, 4 BP. Where do you want to build them?
Well, that's going to be a canal, right? So
And we have to modify his character sheet.
I'm
You
pretty
can-
sure we can have a canal and that on the same tile, right?
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Canals
so,
can stack with any improvement. Maybe not mines or quarries, but they can stack with improvements,
Okay.
just like a road.
So you want to do it here?
yeah.
Okay. So I just have to make an image for that. We have to choose an image for that on there. But for now, what kind of picture could we use?
We have
So
a little
we
We do
wing.
this bird.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
bird.
cool. That's funny. I just thought of, hey, I'm going to use the
Yeah.
wing. That's funny. Cool. Wing works. So we're gonna use the wing. You can take 4 BP from your character to make it work. How long do mines take to build? Is it instant?
It's 1 month, so practically, yeah.
Okay, so it's instant. All right, cool. And the last thing I was gonna say for you, Nick, is 4 BP. Oh, I have to add that to your character sheet because that doesn't actually exist yet. How did we put that in your character sheet currently?
That's a good question. It says I have 4 sawmills.
Which
so
you
we
actually
might
have
done
4 sawmills. I don't think we ever added to your character sheet this whole time.
Just put it in as a mine.
No, the fact that we never added it as a sawmill is messed up. Like, he's never been profiting from that for however long that's been there.
Take some 6 extra BP since you're missing out.
How long has it been there?
Like a while.
Yeah, let's just throw 3 BP into his thing and call it a day. Or, sorry, 4 BP because the extra economy, and just call it a day.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so more or less, you just built one for free. Hey. Move on. Nick, you're never going to build a mine, right? So I'm just going to change the name of your mines into, what are they called? Hatchery?
Amatory ranch. Or
Yeah,
ranch.
Yeah, I'm just going to call your mine a ranch. I'm going to put a 2 here, and it's going to break. And then we're going to come over to your data sheet. And we're going to change the words mine into ranch. Okay. We come back over here.
Nice.
And now it's actually incorporated into your sheet. Yay! Moving on. You can do 2 more terrain improvements, Nick.
So here's the question: do I want 1 more ranch, or do I want to still start building a road over to here?
Oh, were you canaling right here to meet up with their canal?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so,
yeah.
so canal, I'll put that in there for you. And what was the last thing you were doing?
Should I just build my other canal right away?
No, you wanted it to pool for a while.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll start building a road to this site.
This canal is going to be built on a plain. So plain canals, how much do they cost? Twice the cost of a road. Plain roads cost 1, so it's 2 BP. All right. Give me a moment.
Yeah, I'll take the BP.
Cool. And that adds another canal to you. And what was the other thing you were doing, Nick? Because I wasn't fully paying attention.
I'm debating if I want to build this canal slot, but no, or another ranch, or start building a road out to this site right here.
I mean, another ranch is more future BP. A road is going to give you the ability to build on your stability, and later on roads can become highways. They also help with things like trade routes, which you're going to start wanting to do trade routes in the near future, and actually traveling to that location because your party is going to want to start exploring out there some more.
So I'll drop a road right there on that plane,
Okay.
and that's 1 BP
Mm-hmm. Wait, a road where?
right here. We're gonna go around this hill.
Gotcha. I understand. Mm-hmm. Copy paste.
My road's gonna go to 7.
Oh god. The map's reloading all the hexes for me.
Is it?
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
rough.
sometimes it reloads everything, so the whole game lags.
Yeah.
man, I should have built the road, both 2 roads instead of the canal. That's wrong, but that's fine.
Why is that?
I would have
this is-
squeezed another econ out of it.
I mean, it's not too late.
Well, you have to account for the fact that the canal hex makes it a river, which also boosts economy. So you should have 3 river tiles.
Does it say the canal hex makes it a river? Because a canal is its
It
own
does.
separate thing.
That's exactly what it says in the description.
So it becomes a canal and a river?
Is a canal a thing on the sheet?
Yep, it is.
Treat the hex as if it had a river. Yeah, that's exactly what it says.
Treat
Well,
it as if it
that-
had a river, but not for the sake of having a river. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it gives the benefit of a river though.
Because
I'd assume.
what a canal does is it gives you a 25 population and nothing else. But let's see what happens if we go like 10 canal. Oh, shit. Can't do it because somebody else is on there. Just somebody jump that. Oh, let me do it. 10 canal. So 10 canal just increases population. So I guess, yeah, maybe you're right. All right, so river. You currently have river, what, 1? So it treats it as river 3, actually. Why does it say you only have river 1? You have 3 rivers.
Oh, because I told him to do it before.
Okay. There you go. That's actually where you're at.
Sweet.
Because there's no difference between a canal and a river in terms of the game mechanics.
Cool. Awesome. All right. One you just have to build to get the benefit of. Gotcha. All right, so Nick, you did your road, you did your canal, you did your Kuchibashi place. That finishes off that. Now you're going to start buildings. First, what do you owe for buildings? What are you currently in the middle of spending? In Shinrotar, you're currently your military academy is going to go down by 1 month. So are you paying for that or somebody else? God damn it! I can't do this.
I don't remember if that was a mix or not, or I might be paying for it.
Okay. So that's 6 BP. I assume that's coming out of your pocket. So you might want to remove 6 BP unless somebody chimes up saying otherwise, or if you find your notes saying otherwise.
Yeah, I'll pull it.
All right. Looking inside of Shinrotar. Oh, it's your last month for an alchemist. It just says 1 month. I think that means because somebody else is paying for it, right?
Correct.
Oh, alchemist now says 1. Yay!
What?
All right. Exciting.
I forget, what does alchemist give for an item?
No idea. Let's find out. Alchemist in the future will allow you to get 1 minor potion or wondrous item.
All right.
Yep, so I can copy and paste from that other one. Copy
All right.
over here, paste for slots. Okay, cool. Done and done. All right, you are good to go there.
Those are done.
All right, now what are you building? Because you've started no projects, and you can start up to 2. Plus a house
Let
if you wanted.
me just double check and see if I made any promises.
Silencio says you have 3 BP discount, then seeing as what it cost 3 BP originally. And then he says 3 BP from me and green for a ranch in any case. Maybe
Oh,
the
so we
original-
had.
That's just Steve saying in chat.
He's on break. Or off break.
No,
He's
I
back
know.
to work.
But that's somebody just said in chat, so I don't know what
He
you have in your
started on
notes.
the military. Yep, so that has to be paid off. He has 3 BP for me and green for the ranch. So that means I'll get 3 BP back for the ranch I built. And stockyard. I still have to build a couple of things. We were thinking of maybe starting a crematorium, and did I build an
You're also
inn?
looking at a park and a sacred grove, but I think you have to have the park before you can do the sacred grove.
Correct.
Park, I think, is instant.
Yes.
Up to you.
I don't have any unrest right now either, so I'm gonna take that into account when I build. Okay, I did build the inn. You need the park for there's some weird adjacents for the Sacred Grove, I thought, and that's why we
it's
did
park.
But
Yeah.
either way, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. So you're doing the park now?
Let me double check to see if the park, what it's going to give me real quick.
No problem.
I had a lot of this planned out, but not what order I was going to buy it in, which was an obvious flaw in my plan.
There you go. It was bugging me out. The weird borders around there was bothering me, but I got to fix now. Okay. Cool. The park is only needed if a wall blocks a sacred grove. Oh, that's what he was saying. But maybe he just wanted to have a park anyways. So that's a Nick
Which
thing.
I did.
So if you don't have a wall blocking, then maybe you can start both of them at the same time. You can just jump on those two projects.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. The requirements for Sacred Grove too. Which I gotta find.
Oh, didn't you start a fort as well?
Yes, I think actually, yeah, I did.
I'll let him finish looking that up before I bug him with the next thing, because I don't want to throw you off. So you finish your crap.
What the fuck is the Sacred Grove?
He already did, Snaga. That was literally the first thing we did when we got to this phase. Yep.
So
What are you looking for?
the actual stats for the Sacred Grove and what's required.
Oh, it's in the book. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's not on the SRD. I take it then.
No. It's in the book. It was added by the book. So hold on. I got it right
Which
here.
one was it? Leadership, mass combat.
Rulership.
Ultimate rulership, yeah.
Oh, the only one I don't have my hotbar on.
That's probably the
right
one
now.
you need on your hotbar.
Probably.
Okay, so for a Sacred Grove, it is... Oop, I went too far. Right here. Let's go zoom a little. Okay, it's +1 loyalty, +1 stability, and when it's completed, which takes a couple months, it's -1 unrest. It has to be adjacent to a park or to a city district border with no city wall or moat. Its magic item is it makes one minor magic item. It gives you -1 to society, but +2 on stability checks against crop failure events or monster attacks involving animals, monsters, or plants, and also +1 stability checks to resist plagues.
So all in all, for me, the Sacred Grove is balling.
Yeah, of course, it's really good. This is why in a different campaign, Green has 5 Sacred Groves in his kingdom. And he's much smaller than you guys are. Yeah, Green has 3 towns.
Wow.
So Sacred Grove, you ready?
Yep.
It's 4 BP a month for 3 months. At a park, it's 4 BP. So you're spending 8 BP right now. And your park is automatically done.
Sweet. So we can, yeah.
All right. Oh, not 3 months. I got to say 2 because you already paid for 1. So you took 8 BP off, which I think brings you to 40.
Yeah.
I'll drop that for you. Cool. And you can also make a house or a tenement if you'd like. That's up to you.
No.
No, you don't have 3 towns. You have 1 town. Oh no, you have 1 very spread out town.
Yeah, well, he's making a joke because mechanically, there's no difference between 3 towns and three
There is
districts.
If you roll for
Is
a settlement event,
Oh,
he has only 1
Yeah.
settlement. Green has
for
3.
most things.
It also affects your overall modifiers for everything for your towns because they all have different effects in each settlement and so on and so forth. Blah blah blah. Go ahead, Nick.
What do I owe for that terrain improvement? The fort.
Okay, so the fort I believe is how much a month? $24.
Or it'd be 6 over 4 months.
Sorry, 6 a month for 4 months is usually what it is, but you're paying a half price, right?
Yes.
So you're
'cause
paying
it's on,
3 a month for 4 months. So this is
Yeah.
you're paying 3 for that, and this goes down to a 2. And if I remember correctly, the reason why that yellow 1 is there is because it's done being prepared to become a town after that 1 is gone. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
And preparing a, what do we call this? A forest?
A jungle.
Jungle.
No, I think we called it a forest because the jungle is even more expensive, right? Yeah, forest takes 2 months to prepare. A jungle takes 12. So you have to pay 2 more BP for the rest of preparation of the of the forest hex.
Okay.
And now it's done. You can start building a town there, but you're just not going to do that yet. I don't think you didn't want to start
No.
a settlement, did you?
No, not yet.
If you do it the same month that the fort finishes, you make the town. You can put a house in there, and it already has the stable and the barracks at the same time. So you have a house, stable, and barracks all at once. If you do it in 2 months, and then at the same time, you would start your logging place, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can always build houses out of wood and save 2 BP a pop.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, cool. Or just make tenements and deal with the unrest. All right, awesome. So I think that's it. You're not making any houses or tenements anywhere, are you?
No.
Because you have no buildings that require them that you're building soon. Like, do you know what your next 2 buildings you're building are?
I do still need to build a monument, I believe.
You already did. Hoko Monuments are already here.
Oh, okay. Then probably no. I gotta start planning that out. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do in Shin Rotar.
Okay. So no, nothing yet. All right, then let's move on. After that, sir, is going to be, do you know what you want to do with your edicts? Anything, if anything, with your edicts.
I don't think I'm doing anything. I think once I get done doing a little more infrastructure, I'm going to try recruiting again, and hopefully it's not a complete dumpster fire.
And you also had to pay for your how we said 3 BP, so this is what we said there. There we go. Okay, I'm sorry. What was it? You said nothing with your edicts yet. Okay, and you're leaving recruitment aggressive, taxation normal, expansion standard, and holidays quarterly. It's funny, if you had changed your expansion up just by a hair, you could have already been a 26 size, but now you have to wait till next time. So and yeah, so you're good. Cool. So that's it. We're done with you. Let's move on to your income phase. So you gonna withdraw anything?
No.
Are you going to deposit anything or sell anything?
No.
All right, tax collection. Taxes.
Taxes. All right,
Taxes.
give me that sweet, sweet luck roll.
Okay, that's a very sweet
Which I
luck roll.
believe
Adds
the
up.
same last time.
Yeah, it checks out. Checks out. Your
Hey,
current economy.
that
is
one
at
could be
55.
important.
Let me make sure economy is ready. Yeah. You were saying something, son?
I said, hey, that one could be important.
It could be.
It has a 1 out of 3 chances of rolling you over to an extra BP, right?
Right.
So
You press
you
lucky then.
double rolled?
Oh, I did press roll up again. Sorry. It was a
I'll
one
put it
again.
back.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Just-
I'll put it back.
Working on that RNG.
You're clearing the bad RNG.
Yeah. Ash tried to do that and it didn't work, did it?
There's so many nat 20s that session. It was insane.
It was 13 nat 20s and 7 nat 1s, not including when he tried to reset and we rolled. I think it was like
4
six
more or 6 more.
6 more nat 20s and 4 more nat 1s.
Is that bonus BP accurate?
And that was in only what 20 rolls or something. What was that, sir?
You should have one from viewers.
Is the bonus BP accurate on my sheet? That's fine.
Yes. Oh wait,
So
hold on.
9.
Viewers for him is 3, isn't it? 'Cause
I
he
only
hasn't-
had one.
No, he hasn't gone yet, and then more came in afterwards, and I adjusted your sheet to give you the extra afterwards.
The one?
I gave you a couple more BP after you did your roll thing before.
Oh, okay. It's just on my sheet now. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
I wasn't looking at it.
Because like Steve gave one and somebody else gave one. They're in like Jake's thing or whatever. All right, Nick. Let's see an amazing roll. I want to see like a nat 20. Not bad.
take it.
Not bad. Not bad. Does that include the +9?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Rolled a
here's
10.
Here's the fun part. Nick actually still had in his treasury 35 BP. So this brings him back
Holy
up to
shit.
66. So Nick needs to start big projects now. Like, I don't know why you're not doing big projects.
Build a castle.
Well, first of all, right, this fort's going to get built. Then I have to get all of these hexes. And then those have to go, I have to throw sawmills on each one of those, build that.
That all is cheap comparatively.
and
And it
I
gives you
have to-
ROI.
I have to start recruiting again.
Oh,
That-
fair. Yeah.
That's expensive. I won't lie. That's expensive.
And
Yeah.
I'm building an elite cavalry force. So that's expensive.
Yeah, once that fort's done, you're doing your you actually do your armor. You're in 2 rounds. You can make an army because your fort's done. You can make an army and a town all at the same time, and start a sawmill and all that. You can kind of not a sawmill, a lumberyard and all that all at the same time. So I suppose in 2 rounds you're gonna drop a bunch all at once,
Yeah.
and at the same time you're gonna be able to make 5 buildings in a turn. As of next turn, you can make 5 buildings in a turn, which is crazy. All right, now we're going to the event phase. Nick, do you have any leftover events from the past?
I don't believe so.
You have the one from Cell, right? You're rolling for
Right.
Cell. He just did a critical success for you.
Praying to the fire gods.
Nope. Are your granaries full? Oh, you don't even have granaries, do you?
I thought I did. I have a stockyard.
You're
It's-
really gonna build a granary?
Yeah, you
I
got to
agree.
build them for your armies.
Yeah. Where in this town are you gonna put it? You want to put it right next to the dump? You want to put your granary right next to the dump?
Adds up.
If I can.
Like I'm just gonna put it right here. What the hell? Oh, it's because I'm not allowed to write on this stupid. I always forget. I have to give permission to my other sheet to be able to write because it's so annoying. It does this to me every time. Need a damned granny. a reminder for you, okay? Okay. He has a granary below the park. Oh, you do have a granary. Is it 5 out of 5?
Yeah.
Or is it empty?
Good question. I was like, I thought I had one. Yeah, granary cistern. Because your granary and your cistern occupy the same square. So.
Yeah, they can. You can have a cistern share a square with a bunch of different things. All right, cool. So let's roll for Jake's thing first. The person you're sending out to do this job is Ryan. This is not an alchemy thing because you're looking for metals. It's Ryan doing it. It is an economy roll, so that makes it a +9. Okay. But you're having what's-his-face critically succeed in coming out to assist you. So we all know that a success is a +2, and above a 20 or a major success, whatever, is a +3. So he gives you a 3 more to the roll. His critical success has another impact as well. So
yeah, and I'm guessing his passive ability probably plays a role in this too.
Yours and his, yes.
The sense motive or sense metal.
Yeah. So you have 9 plus 3 is you have a +12, Nick. And what did you just?
Yeah.
Oh, you hit his thing.
Yeah.
So you have a +12 in this roll, Nick. Did you want to Winifred's Wisdom this or no? Or do you have a Winnie's?
I don't think I do.
I think I had the Winnie's, which I used. I'm praying for this, Nick. All right, I need this. We'll get some cool weapons out of it if we can mine more of the ore.
1d20 plus town, natty ones.
All right.
Don't
What
say
is
that.
what's the challenge for this?
It's kind of a tiered thing. To find enough metal to accomplish Cell's task, it's just challenging. It's a 16. But there's a benefit for finding better. It's not like, 20 you get more. It's like, no, it jumps. Would you like to spend BP to hire adventurers to assist you, or
What
no?
I'm debating. What I forget the breakdown for that. I should really put that on this sheet.
It's-
No, it's
it's
fine.
pinned
It's
in our
it's
channel.
pretty simple. 4 equals 2. 8 equals 5. 16 equals 10.
Let's spend 8.
Okay, so you're gonna get a +5 on this. So drop your economy by 8. That's a huge drop, man. Down to a 58. Oof. I mean, this is for Cell. Fuck him. I would have saved that BP and built something with it.
That gives me a 15. So, or no, 16. So it's an auto success at this point.
Hold on. Whoa. Because you're rolling 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 5 is
Plus 5, 17.
17, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, this will happen. I'm very happy. This is more scary. Get a lot, Nick, here, so we can make some cool cold iron weapons. So I can put that on the Shadow name too.
I know why Nick's investing so much because he knows what out of game he knows what cold iron does.
I think we were told it can hurt the Fae or whatever. I was told that by the salamander dude, which is what I told Nick. Holy
Nick,
shit!
You're at a 30. The next tier is at a 32. If you want to luck it.
Do it, Nick. Let's go.
He's one shy of the highest tier possible. This is by far the highest roll ever made for an advisor task.
Holy shit, Nick!
I'm trying
You've
to
done
think
it.
if there was anything I could do to bump it by 1 more.
Nick, you find a mine, an old mine, somewhat collapsed. What happens is you get your group together with Ryan and Tiktung. Is it Tiktung?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tick-tongue.
You get your group together with Ryan and Tiktung. You get your scouts. You get everything together, and you start walking along the road that's currently being crafted. Not done yet, but being crafted. Ryan is old and doesn't move very easily because of all the diseases he suffered through. So he spends not as much time on wagon or whatnot as possible. When a wagon isn't possible, he'll sit on a horse. Sorry, Kabatori, and makes the way as far as he can. But he needs time to rest. You make your way to, while this is an opportunity for Ryan to oversee some of the work that's being done off in the where the fort is being built, right? And hopefully he can swing by and take a glance at where the ash has been collected for him and brought over. Because, he's been experimenting with it, but he's never actually seen the area. So you guys make your way all the way to the fort, and you spend time relaxing. While he's there, trying to regain his strength and sifting through some fresh bits of the powder that was left behind, the ash that was left behind, Tick-Tongue kind of gets this strange, almost like sensation. Like, something seems off about this area here. This reminds me of... Goes kind of like walking through, searching through the area, seeing the construction that they do here, how well formidable it is. Finds an old bit of rock that seems displaced in a way that he doesn't expect. Gets a couple of the workers to shatter a rock and lift a couple out of the way, and it unveils a small passageway. He diverts some of the people constructing the fort's attention, with, of course, Ryan's permission, into cleaning out this passageway a bit. You get a hafue amongst your crew, small, nimble, can slip their way in. They go down searching, and they come back up and say they find an old mine down there, a collapsed old mine down there. Strangely, the mine itself is very cold, colder than you would typically expect. When you guys excavate it a bit more and go in search, you could find there's an old cold iron mine. Don't worry about the words there. Cold iron mine that's down there. Maybe this is why this fort or castle, whatever it was here to begin with. It was protecting the assets that exist beneath this hill. Nick, you uncover a new hex beneath the
Cavern hex.
Wait,
he's at 26 then. Oh wait, he can't claim it yet.
He can't claim it yet. A new hex beneath this one with a resource. That resource being cold iron. You can make a mine there, where you can start mining cold iron, and that unlocks what Cell needs.
We better add that back to my sheet. Huh?
But needless to say, Tick-Tongue, not looking to waste any time. Add what back to your sheet?
We took mine off my sheet.
Oh yeah. I'll add it back in. Yeah. So Tick-Tongue will collect the small samples that he needs, as much as he can get his hands on, including literally you find an old like a collection area, like a wooden bin where they would have found some ore, and he would grab up some of that ore. Of course, these assets belong to Kushibashi. It's on their lands already.
Scott, estimated value of this, if you have one?
Oh, no idea.
Okay.
Why?
Well, because he can detect the value of the vein within 1,000 GP and 50,000 GP.
Well, if he pulls 1 BP from that, then that's already 4,000 gold, right?
So it's over 50,000.
So if he pulls 10 BP from it, it would be 40,000 gold. But then in theory, the resource would eventually exhaust, right? So
yeah, I wasn't sure.
Will have, because it caps out. It caps out. We'll say the amount of cold iron BP value in there. We'll have somebody roll, let's say 3d6.
You should have a plus to that as well as a base.
Yeah, the base is 3.
Well, that's not a plus. Okay.
So, Nick, why don't you go ahead and roll 3d6?
It's a shame Steve went back to work.
No, Nick, why don't you roll 3d6?
Oh, 3d6. All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that because I'm bad.
Do you want?
Oh, then ask chat to do it.
I was gonna give it to chat, but that's fine.
You can do that if you'd like.
Well, I'll take it away from chat, just so you know. Scott had me take a roll away from you guys.
Let me roll a d6, Nick.
No, I want Nick to roll it. I want 3
No,
5s.
hey, it's part of my event chain too. Okay.
Go on, Nick. We have Jake do it, so we could actually do something this session.
Oh, true.
I actually like that. Jake, roll 3d6.
Jake, want to roll 3d6 there, boyo?
Roll high, Jake. 18s.
I want to see Nick roll afterwards, just out of curiosity.
I don't.
I'll roll afterwards as well. Oh, let's go.
Awesome. That is 44,000 gold pieces worth of cold iron in there.
We can make you a lot of weapons, Nick. Bam! Jake was the disappointment.
Yep.
That's
I mean,
right.
Jake was average. So.
True.
There's a cost to being a
That's all
trailblazer.
we can really ask.
Yeah.
That's fair. I agree with this. So we got cold iron. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna finally deal with this fucking elemental.
All right. So TikTok gets the supplies and immediately will be like, my warlord needs this. Thank you so much for your assistance, Ryan. I'm going to head back and would like leave with guards and whatnot to go with him and would make his way all the way back. Hey, is there a chance that he gets attacked on his way back?
Was there a chance he got attacked on his way there?
What does that trump card that was dropped 2 hours ago say?
There's no way. I would refund it, all right? Because that's fucking dumb. All right, you can't like. This is that'd be so stupid.
It's not what it
Dude,
says.
Jake-
You're good.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
All right, I would be actually mad.
he's got to go through Densho, right, to get back. So Jake's goblins get a little hungry.
Yeah, except Tecton single-handedly fought off a bunch of them.
So TikTok brings the ore back. All good. Okay,
Yeah.
Nick, let's finish you, sir. So you found a resource hex beneath your hex, right? So I don't know how we haven't done this yet for Cell, but you're supposed to have a I think I did earlier, but then it got lost. Oh, okay, I got way too close.
The cavern hex?
Yeah, where is that?
I have one. It's just a smaller hex.
Oh, it is. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, that's where I thought it was underneath your city. My apologies.
Oh, I have one under my city. I don't have it claimed yet though.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. So
I
Nick,
actually no. I have another one. I do
Nick
have
hasn't
one.
claimed this yet either, but I don't want to forget that it's there, and we'll
No, Scott,
probably
I do
forget
have
that
one
it's
under
there.
my capital.
And you've claimed it?
Yeah, I have 2 caverns, so I have to.
Okay, hold on.
Because there's also the one under this hex, I think, with the bug
Well,
people
do
came
your
out.
math and make sure that it actually adds up.
Yeah, I have 2. I have 2 caverns.
The math for everything, I mean.
What do you mean?
There you go. Okay, I left it a different color so you can do it. Count out how many hexes you have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2.
Yeah, I'm at 23.
Okay, 3. Yep.
So
We just gotta do this.
I mean, I claimed it forever ago because there's a resource in there. There's gems that I'm getting a benefit to my economy from.
And what mines look like? Because you have a mine in there, right? Like a gem mine?
I don't have a mine in there yet
Gotcha. But you are.
because I was.
Do you gain the benefit of that resource, though?
Yeah, well, I mean, you said to put it on whenever you gave it to me forever ago. So
Okay. And then this is going to be your city. Oh, your city has nothing in it, so you're good. All right, cool. All right, Nick, I left it like a light green so that you don't forget that it's there for next turn, okay? All right, Nick, now you're just doing your random roll, right? Nothing else is left?
That's right.
And then this is it. That's your spring of peace is over. There's a 25% chance. Nick, actually, Jake, can you choose the 25 numbers that are the event numbers?
1 to 25.
Okay. Sally, do you want to choose who's rolling for Nick?
yeah, Xylemos. I believe in you.
Zyle,
Nick,
give
do you want the
me
event or
a
not?
16, Zyle. Sweet 16, baby.
Nick, do you want this event to happen?
Oh, you gave it to Zalamos. I was going to give it to Zalamos anyway.
Make me proud, Xylemos. All right,
Make me proud, Zalamos.
I'm
You
proud,
suck, I
Xylemos.
hate you. I mean, that
I was
it.
proud no matter what the outcome was.
All right. Cool. Nick, you're now at 75%.
So we know you wanted to skip the event to get back to you quicker. All right.
True, factual. Actually, I want to kill this elemental. It's been haunting me for a year. Okay, it's almost been actually a year since I've had this elemental problem.
And right now it's supposed to be Densho's turn, but unless I'm mistaken, we 100% completed Densho's turn already.
I'll take another turn, I guess.
Nope, you're already
forcing
nutting
it on
up.
me. I guess I could do it.
And Densho actually stepped up. Densho is 26 now. Like he's
Densho.
fully in there, 26.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's nothing. Honestly, Denjo looks bigger than me or Kushibashi.
Well, you definitely, because you have some of your hexes are buried, right?
Yeah.
So he is what, 2 bigger than you, I think?
No, he's more. I'm at 23.
Oh, so he's 3 bigger than you.
Yeah,
And 2
but-
of yours are stacked down, so he looks 5 bigger than you.
5 bigger.
Yeah.
He does look 5 bigger. Shado looks small from
he's
the
only
surface
one,
realm.
He's only 1 bigger than Nick, though. Nick just blends in with the green easy. That's all.
Shado looks small on a map, but yet you don't understand of the massive caverns.
Yes, we
under
all know
us.
how rats love to live in their little tunnels.
Shut up. All right, are you gonna let me fight this elemental this session? Want to do it?
Well, who's the first person to have kingdom rolls?
Me.
Okay, well, let's.
This is because you did Jake. All right, I'm forced into a position of doing everything. I have no choice.
Jake, I'm sorry that it plays out this way. Jake, would you like to do anything before I go on to him?
No, it's fine. I'm good. The sooner we get it out of the way, the better.
I will have a really quick kingdom.
All right, you ready? Cell, let's do this as fast as possible.
Combat. All right.
No. Here we go.
The kingdom roll.
Yep, roll for stability.
Oh, cool. Is my stats updated first? I need to check.
It's 45, 63, 50, 56.
All right, then it looks good. Yeah, cool. Stability, upkeep phase. Shado. Boom, I succeed, I gain a BP.
Yay! Moving on. Next up is going to be pay consumption. Your consumption is -1. Do you have any granaries?
I do, I'm filling it up to a 1 right now. Done. All right, next.
All right.
I need to open my
After
prep
that is going
page.
to be. Do you have any empty magic item slots?
I do have an empty magic item slot. No, I don't. Never mind. I'm incorrect. I still have it. Actually, yes, I would have bought the potion. It was 250 gold, I think, right?
Okay.
The castle level 5 potion.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
it's cure moderate.
so where's that from?
It's from the temple, so it can be any item less than 500 GP.
Okay, cool. So why don't we go ahead and
You have
roll
to roll
that.
for it first.
Can I get Ano to roll me a D100, please? If he rolls a 51 or higher, can I get Xylamos to roll me a D100, please? And then following that one, I'll have Joey.
20.
Okay, so now Xylamos, then Joey.
Cool. This is important because I might need a potion. Cool.
What the hell was that?
The typo.
Fail.
All right. What am I building this turn? Let me check.
61. All right, Joey. 88. 88. Is that okay? Cell.
Yeah. What's up?
Is it odd to be arcane or odd to be divine?
It's odd to be arcane.
Odd to be arcane. Choose somebody in chat.
Let's to go. Is Viking here?
Viking, can I get you to roll any die except for
I don't think
D3? Any
Viking's here.
even numbered die. Looks like no Viking, in which
Then
case the
Do
next
Xylemus.
person that rolls.
or
Oh, Ash.
can do it. No one asked Joey. Okay. What the hell? Dude?
Yeah.
Trying to take out
No,
these
no.
slots.
We said the next one that rolls.
I
At
know,
least
I'm
I did.
memeing.
Yeah. Let's do Ash. We know Ash was here. All right, and then the answer to this question is
It might be too expensive. I only got 500.
odds to be
I'm fixing it.
arcane. D100. Everything's D100 with magic items. All right. So odd to be. That's an odd. That's arcane. That's a 47. That's a scroll. Gust of wind.
That's okay. I don't know what that means.
Arcane scroll of gust of wind. All right, moving on.
Yes.
After that is going to be modify unrest. Do you have unrest? I assume no.
I have no unrest.
Not yet, at least. Wait till things play out. All right.
Unless I die.
Assign leadership. Does any leadership happen?
Nope. My leaders are all stationary.
Okay. After that is going to be claim hexes. Here we go, boy.
I claim 2 hexes.
Which leaves
that's
you
all I can
still
claim.
at a small kingdom.
Yes. So I claim the hex that we decided here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will claim a hex here. Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't claim one of the mountain ones.
Well, because we haven't agreed on this yet.
This one.
Oh, I could, but I don't. I still have hills to mine, so there's no point.
Okay, gotcha.
They cost more, I think.
Okay, so you gained 2 new plants. So let's go to show
Cool,
now.
cool.
We're
I need
gonna
to
add
open
2
the book
plants.
to check prices.
Okay, so that gets you up to a 25. You're still a small kingdom.
All right, and that cost me 2 BP.
Yes, sir. As usual. All right,
Marking
what
that down.
terrain improvements are you doing?
Terrain improvements. All right, I'm
believe,
building 1 road.
2 roads. 1 to your
2 roads.
capital and 1 to there, yeah.
And that's 1 BP each. Or no, the capital one's gonna be more. I need to check that. 36. Cool.
Actually,
Kingdom.
delete that. Grab you.
Let's see. How much is a road in a mountain road? Mountain 4. So 4 for the mountain road and 1 for the plains road. So that's 5. And I have 2 more roads, meaning I'm at 11. And I can build 1 more terrain improvement, right?
See.
I'm at 17 plains. So I'm going to build 1 farm, which is 2 BP, I think.
2
Farm on a plains. Yep. I'm going to build it on the
2 roads
new
and farm
southern.
sounds good.
I'm going to build a new one on the southern hex I just claimed.
Okay.
Cool. So then I have another farm. So I have 14 farms in total. My consumption's back at -1. That's all my terrain improvements. So next I am building.
And did you apply those onto your sheet already?
Yes, everything is applied. I am
1
just
farm and 2 roads.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have applied it.
Cool.
Right.
Thank you. All right. Next up.
So I have 2 buildings I can do. And I think I'm gonna put both in. Oh, first I pay 4 BP. I think I need to check the. I think I paid 2 BP, right? For this, I need to check. God, I didn't
2
check
BP
that.
for what?
The monastery, because I think Rosin has 11 towards it. Which
Check it out. Get it done.
Yeah, this is the one thing I didn't check. Was the advisor's spreadsheet? Where is even that? Do I have it pinned?
Hope so.
I do. Okay, cool. Good for me. Let's see. Rima.
So
3. Okay, yeah.
you also have your
So-
theater that you're paying for.
Yeah. How much is the theater? The theater
4
is,
BP for 2 months. So I'm gonna reduce that down to 1 month for you.
and I'm paying 6 BP for current constructions, which I could have just checked my thing. Cool. I'm at 25. So I have 2 buildings I'm gonna be building.
Monastery, is the
Probably.
monastery done now, or is it?
Yep, it's done.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second to adjust that. Okay, monastery, and we gotta add this down here. Monastery, 1.
Cool. And I'm just checking the difference between 2 buildings real quick.
You also apparently have a house in this town, but you never added it.
Oh, that's my bad.
Most things are.
And what's the difference between that and a shop?
And your theater's not done for another month.
Yeah,
All right.
but it's going to be kind of cool to have. I'm just checking a shop. Shop's 8 BP. All right, I want to build a trade shop then. For 10 BP, I need to check the timing on it in the other book. Trade shop is 5 BP for 2 months. I'm putting it. Which tile is it in? All right, cool. Trade shop's here. 5 BP 1 month. So I'm spending 5 BP this month on this. Because did you subtract the BP?
I did not.
Cool.
Can't wait till we get to Jake's turn. It's gonna be interesting.
And then I'm building a shrine.
Why do you keep saying that?
I'm building a shrine in Arayoki for 4. I'm taking that off now, so I'm at 16.
Well, I think, sorry to interrupt yourself, but I think it needs to be interesting on the Cell's turn. Okay.
Well, I'm about to
It-
fight someone.
It can't be. It might be interesting on Nick's turn, but it's definitely gonna be interesting on yours.
9.
Oh, can you stop? All right, I have enough shit to deal with. I've started to do well, and you're like, nah, not happening. So we're going after the guy who's definitely planning some stuff out.
No. It'll be interesting for Cell eventually.
yeah,
He's just slow.
mhm.
No, he's just walking with
I
him.
planned my thing too. All right.
All right. So what are the
Or
buildings
BP.
you're starting, bro?
I've started a trade shop in the shrine. I already factored everything in and written down.
All right, cool. And are you gonna do any houses or to get it out of the way? Do you want tenements?
No, I'm gonna build one house for 4 BP in Arayoki. It's for Jorman to live in.
It's Jorman's house.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm helping Joey out. 2 done. That's my building phase.
Okay. So we have Adiogi. Cool.
Joey wants to endow the smithy for a BP on his own end. Which I think that I'm not sure what that does. I think it gives me 1 fame and consumption.
He has the amount left for that.
Yeah, he still has 4 BP.
Okay. The endowment only lasts for 1 month.
No, I'm gonna be paying it. That's the consumption cost.
Gotcha. No, yeah. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is you pay it once to get it done, and then it has a consumption cost after that, and you have to pay for that.
Yep, I put the endowment on my sheet.
So the smithy's endowed.
Yep, Jorman Smithy.
What are we calling it?
The Forge Master's Crib. No, I just saw what you said. I mean, I think Jorman would be very simple, wouldn't he? Just like Jorman Smithy.
Okay.
I don't imagine he's very like boisterous about it, right? Very matter of fact type of person. All right. Cool.
How do you use superscript?
I have no idea. We don't need to worry about that right now, though. I can edit it later and figure it out. But I get what you're trying to do.
If I don't see it right now, I'll be good. Let me just do it. Change the font size. Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meaning I'm no longer a Thorpe. I'm a village.
I'm not a Thorpe. I'm a village.
Well,
Not a
Adayoki's
village,
getting
village.
there. Okay.
So did you add the endowment? And how do you add an
did.
endowment on here?
It's a building. It's on the buildings tab.
Cool. We have Georgia Cribs and Georgia Smiths. Until you appropriately name them.
The Iron Drake Smithy.
All right, cool. And now let's keep going. So
Cool.
after
Economy.
that, sir, is
diplomacy.
going to be creating any armies finally.
No, next month.
Oh, wonderful.
I have
are you
150 troops. So
issuing
it's not actually
no,
bad.
it's okay. It's okay. Getting the troops. You'll be like, I have all these soldiers untrained, and then like an army walks up to your front door, and you're like,
No, I have
do
150
fine.
trained troops.
Do
The skull
fine.
troops that you gave me. I don't know how they are though. I don't have to worry about them right now. They're backup.
Issue edict.
No, I'm not changing any edicts.
Okay. Withdraw, deposit, sell.
Do I need to buy anything in my? Do you guys have any useful magic items for a elemental fight?
Want to check the magic items in your character sheets, boys?
Oh, our character sheets.
Yeah, I'm asking you guys.
Kingdom
I
sheets
have
are set.
gust of wind.
I don't. I was holding on to that potion.
Yeah, all right.
so
I
you
bought
would
that
have
already
it.
though.
Yeah.
Cool. Then no, I'm not withdrawing anything. Oh no, I'll do that next month. I'll start getting German money to start making me BP, I guess, from his crafts. All right, economy then. I assume diplomacy is not happening now since we just talked at the round. It'll be a couple months.
Okay. Cool. Then if we're moving on, you're gonna roll to collect taxes.
Cool. 3. That's a BP. Tax collection. Oh, I actually need to change my stats, don't I? Because I
He can
might
adjust
have
those.
increased one.
And then the first event that we're doing in the event phase is finishing out the other thing. It's and we can deal with other events later on.
The fire elemental.
Yeah. That's the first thing.
I'm excited. I've been waiting so long to do this. All right, my stability is scaling perfectly with my control DC, which is all I need at the moment. All right. Economy. 3 from luck. Normal taxes. Bonus BP of 5. 13. Good roll. 31 BP. Not complaining.
Okay. You add it to your treasury. You're gonna need it.
43. All right. And I guess we're going down into a cave.
I have to pee.
Want to take a quick break?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be right back. I don't want to do like necessarily a full break. Anybody else have to pee? You want to chat for a second or?
I gotta pee.
Because we're just
Take a quick
finishing up.
break.
We're finishing up with this, and I believe are you bringing the other warlords here too?
No, I don't think so.
Just you?
Yeah,
You want to solo the beginning and the end of the session? Okay, I get it.
Well, this just isn't a thing that concerns them though. If they want to watch, they can come. All right. If you guys want to watch, but I imagine not.
Alright, well, maybe I should just jump off, seeing as I'm not needed this session for the remainder. I don't know.
Yeah, I could have sent in some notes. This is like a long meeting that could have been an email.
Yep. Oh. Well,
I am-
after the next session as well, you're next up for your kingdom rolls, and I think you're turning into you upgrade as of next week.
Yes.
Be good. You can what stat are you affecting at the moment?
Right now, I think
Loyalty, right?
loyalty. Yeah.
Yeah, you can then add it to another. You can choose to add it to a second one.
That's
It's
nice.
super good.
What's your is your stability the highest, or is your economy the highest?
Stability and economy are tied right now.
Oh yeah.
Would you guys come to this, watch this fight? Or are you guys too busy?
You're just saying that because Joey said it. So all right, you made
What?
it clear from the start that we weren't welcome.
Yeah, no, I would extend the offer. It's just like, this isn't like, wouldn't be like,
I get you.
no, it wouldn't be like, come fight with me. It'd be like, you can watch me defeat the creature, right? And if something goes awry, you are there to help.
You can solo it if you want. You're good.
Well, it's kind of like the
Where
Tesla
are you
moment.
summoning it?
In a cave.
What cave?
So we're just the cave, probably one of the salamander caves. Basically, the idea is we're gonna
choose your. So are you summoning it? Is that like what
So-
you're doing?
So what's happening is we're drilling holes along the cave floor and ceiling and sides right now with pieces of cold iron to prevent it from escaping. And I was told by the salamander, Xyle the Forgotten, that I have an innate sense of being able to call to spirits of fire. And the spirits of fire, I can call it to me, and then we are basically trapping it in a cage where I can then fight it and capture it in an item.
So you're Pokemoning it.
Well, kind of. The goal of the capturing it in an item is to, because Tessel doesn't believe that this creature is like doing this out of its own will or passion, is doing it as it was forced to by another creature. So he's hoping he can, by capturing it, he can eventually put the soul at ease, so it no longer has to have the burning rage and suffering.
Why don't you do it in your cave? You know, the one that you took us down to.
Oh, that could be interesting. I'll suggest it. That's a good idea. No, it's a bad idea.
I have valuable, you know.
No one knows that
to
exists
input,
except me
right?
and you.
Oh, that's right.
I've literally kept that.
But I told
only...
everyone at Clarendon.
Oh yeah,
So
there's only four.
knows.
There's only 4 people that know about that cave. 3 of them are PCs, obviously, and 1 of them is an NPC.
Hey.
That's tempting, though. I might actually do that.
I think it's pretty.
If I just bring the salamander with me, I mean, salamander is thinking of talk stories.
You know what's funny though?
What?
I mean, I hope you succeed, but if you don't, you've got no help.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, right? This is like type of thing Tesla would do, though, right? Tesla's a little reckless, but he feels the obligation to deal with this creature, so he will. Luckily, I have a potion of resistance to fire, which lowers his damage by 10 on every hit, and I theoretically should hit him.
Right?
I wasn't sure.
100, is it?
Well, I mean, 100 damage is more than my entire HP pool, so I don't think it really matters.
Resist, and there's 2 different ones.
Protection is different than resist.
Yeah, well, you should look it up though, and
I
find out exactly.
did, unless Nick has further insight. What I read, it just sounds like it lasts for the duration.
Yeah,
it doesn't
What's
have
the duration.
It doesn't. It 30 minutes. 10 minutes per level. And it just reduces it by 10. Without a number cap. I'll ask Scott. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know.
So it's resist energy, is it?
Yeah. Resistant. I've been reading it for like the last 20 minutes, trying to understand it. But I'll ask Scott just right now. All right. I have a question, Scott.
I have many answers.
Resist energy. Is there a damage cap on it, or does it just last?
Depends on the type of resist energy. So, normal resist energy, no damage cap. But the spell resist energy, yeah, damage cap.
Okay, the spell. What's the damage cap on the spell? I can't find it.
It's based off of character level. If you actually look up the spell itself, it's based off caster
I'm-
level. Or
I'm
am
on
I
it.
thinking of protection from energy? Then it's protection from energy that has the damage cap. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where protection is you don't take damage 10 times your caster level.
Yeah. Okay, so I just confused the two. So, nope, no damage cap.
Cool. That's really good. I'll need it. Yeah, I think I'm doing this alone. Jake had an interesting suggestion. Could I do it inside the tomb of the shadow person?
I mean, I don't see why not.
And who's coming with me? Is it just the salamander?
You want?
And
no,
I have
the salamander's helping you with like the whole ritual and whatnot aspect, but don't forget Jorman still has to craft this. He still has to make a craft check.
Oh, you want me to roll for him? Well, he just takes a 15.
Is that enough?
Well, you said it would be, because you just said it would be done when we got it. Because like we're making very small fragments of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're not like crafting a weapon, right? The item to capture it was made by, I'm assuming, Jorman, Lenny, and the shaman. Does the shaman need to be there to complete the capturing ritual?
He's helping you set it up.
Ooh, the shaman is the lady, the shaman of Krillin, the one that worked under Galtma. She's the one that guided us in the capturing process.
Correct, yeah. She's helping you set it all up. She doesn't have to actually be there for the battle, though.
Cool.
Like you can do that completely by yourself, so you can set it up with her. Like she'll go down there and help set up the arrangements, but she doesn't have to be there at the time of the actual event.
Cool. Yeah. I just tell her to not speak of the place we are going to. It is a place of importance, though.
Okay. That's not an issue.
I trust the shaman to respect the wishes of the warlord of fire. But
The next day after you make brownies, the outer crust is always my favorite.
true, it's chewy.
Mm.
So good.
Mhm.
All right, let's get to fighting then. Ooh.
Okay.
She can be there. I'll have her and the salamander with me.
Give me 2 seconds. Set this up.
I think it's good to have someone witness this for Carillian's sake.
So we're not gonna have you just completely disinvite your 2 friends, right?
I send platitudes, but it's implied in my message that I prefer to do it alone. But I'm offering as a option as they are my comrades, and I'm going to do something that may endanger my life.
One of them asks the other one, so you want to go watch him die? And the other one's like, I think I'll just prepare my armies on his border. and that's their engagement. Does that sound about
Yeah,
accurate,
dude.
boys?
Yeah,
Mhm.
kind of.
Don't worry.
Thanks for helping me find the mine. So if conveniently your whole plan falls, so nobody else knows about
Hey.
it, and I can keep it in secret, that's great.
Look, hey, Tessel already has a document for the heir, okay? Or who he would suggest to be the heir. It's totally written out of game. Totally.
And I think
Nah.
Jorman has an open invitation to come and set up shop.
Jordan would not be a great warlord.
No, to come to my territory.
Oh, cool. That's fair. All right. I obviously have my Iron Stone on to give me con boost. Which means I get 9 extra HP.
Doesn't that make you dumber or something like that, though?
Yeah, I lose 1 int or 2 int, which doesn't really change anything here. I'll take the 9 HP over the 1 intelligence. All right. I assume I'll have time to have some potions drunk. Yes, no, maybe so.
So this is how it plays out. Sorry, I just had to pull up the details. There it is. So this is how it plays out. You go into the area and you set up the runes. The runes are going to be like a bit of a magical markings on the walls, but they literally just look like a little bit like again, markings on the walls, like arcane runes or whatever. It's not like they're glowing or anything like that. They just happen to be there. Also, embedded in a few areas of the walls. It's not like they're perfectly spaced out or anything like that, but you see bits of the cold iron shaped into various rods, just kind of like shoved into the wall, kind of popped in, more or less making it so like if the creature tried to just escape through the wall, it wouldn't necessarily be able to immediately get away. It would have to put some extra effort or whatnot into there, trying to squeeze through the bars or what have you. But in theory, the magic itself is also supposed to keep things kind of like locked in, if you will. Here we go. Go like this. Makes it a little bit bigger.
Oh, this is so cool.
Yay. Click you here. Oop. Add a bit of a tint to it because it has to make sure it makes sense for your clan. That's more fun. And then we put that in the map layer. Yay. And then you also have that little icon that was crafted. Which that little icon that was crafted as part of the ritual, it has to be put in the center of like where the runes and whatnot were kind of like set up around. However, by the time the combat is over, you need to be wearing that. You have to collect it, scoop it up, and put it on. Picking it up is interacting with an object. You can do that. Picking something off the ground, is a move action. And then also equipping something like that is a move action. You can do it all in one turn as a move into a standard action. That's not an issue. But that does take actions for you to do. And you are going to have to do that mid-combat. What's up, sir?
Cool. Am I gonna be able to have I assume I can have my resist fire energy potion on.
So that potion lasts for how long?
30 minutes.
Oh, easily. So The ritual itself, like getting everything set up, it takes literally many days, including the crafting of the rods, getting things set up in place,
Mhm.
kind of carving it all out, so on and so forth. But the actual, and this like area, even though there's like a doorway out or whatever, this is the area that's kind of like confined in, including like they close up the passageway out. They left it relatively small. They're gonna close it up with bits of the iron rods there, so you can't just immediately walk out. Right? You're also locked into this place.
It's a cage fight.
With no witnesses. So
Well, there's 2 witnesses, just no one of my clan.
oh yeah. So my apologies, but nobody like there's no like people standing on the outside. They're in there.
Yeah.
And then like when the ritual actually happens, it takes less than a minute to get things going. So you can, if it's something that lasts for, what'd you say, 30 minutes, you're good.
Yeah, I got a potion of no wait, that's Fox's Cunning, not Eagle Splendor. Then never mind. Can I prepare the blessed weapon potion oil for the like moment the creature like appears?
How long does that last?
A minute.
So you won't know exactly for when the creature appears, but you can prepare an action so that like surprise round, if you will, as long as you can perceive it with a perception check or whatever, that your surprise round is placing that oil on there.
Then I will be trying that.
Okay. So the ritual goes through, and you're waiting for the creature to show up. You can go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Whew, historically great. It's pretty terrible.
Do you want to lock it?
No, I don't.
1 second. This is gonna be
Do I have any bonus because of my ability maybe to innately sense creatures of fire that I don't have?
All right, here we go.
Can someone have told me if blessed weapon would actually even work on this thing?
I mean, it's an incorporeal creature. It should. So
yeah, well, it has to be
Pathfinder,
evil.
Bless weapon.
It's specifically evil.
No, what? Pathfinder. I did such a bad typo that it didn't even work. Yeah, that should be fine. We should be
Cool.
good.
All right.
All right, cool. So either way, so all of a sudden, so the ritual's done. The amulet's in the center. The ritual's done. The magic runes are all throughout there. There's iron rods put in there, so on and so forth. You have the 2 individuals that kind of set off to the sides, and they're not supposed to be getting attacked. The individuals being inside there are the shaman and the
Zyle, the Forgotten, the salamander.
oh, salamander. Okay, gotcha. So let's do salamander. Boom, 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 boom. Do I have one? That's a terrible example.
He's a
terrible-
small one. I thought you wanted
Oh, here
him
we
to
go.
be.
Yep. Well, not small size. I think he's medium size, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or is he small size? He might be small size.
He is small sized
Yeah. Cool.
because other ones are large and he's specifically small.
Okay. And then she is Karak.
Yeah. Shaman of Krillin.
Yep.
I have her name somewhere. Ooh, I just hit all of my tabs by accident. This one needs to be open. Where's my notes page? Oh,
How do you spell
this is
shaman? Did I spell shaman wrong? That was weird.
SHAMAN.
Yeah. Apparently I spelled it wrong, which is weird. Oh, I think I did shaman as opposed to shaman. I don't want to waste so much more time doing this. I want to get right into this.
So nervous because I
Okay,
could
no,
die.
I do want to waste more time though. This is fun.
Oof. The anxiety's building.
There we go. We got a nice little shaman right here. Boom. Okay. Yay, shaman over on this side. So they're on either side over there, kind of watching this thing. She happens to also be of Kraleen too, isn't she?
That's why she could help me with this.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about her getting a permanent position here if necessary, and I'm giving her coal.
Okay. That's right. All right, cool. So the thing gets summoned into the circle, and you yourself are standing by the circle itself. Once it's summons, though, You no longer. It's just you're drawing it in. Once it summons, you're not stuck inside that circle. You don't have to stay there, right? That's just how it is that you drew the damn thing in. But you can absolutely leave the circle. You just can't leave this area unless you're just trying to trap the damn thing and not actually fight it. You know.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I get blessed weapon off?
So with your 13 perception check, I just have to make my own check real quick, and I am officially done setting up. So you have
I imagine it's not really stealth though. I'm summoning it, right?
correct, but you're looking for signs of it.
Cool.
Um.
Can the Curling shaman shout it out for me?
All right. I'm not rolling with a crazy modifier, but I can definitely beat you.
I'll roll.
Were you lucking
6.
that or no?
No, I don't think. Ooh, yes, I will. There's no luck. Didn't matter. Good thing I didn't waste it.
No luck. That sucks, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right. So no, I assume not. You roll initiative.
We absolutely do now. All right, cool.
I need to apply this so I can actually hit this creature 100% of the time. Because I think last time I had like a 50% chance to hit it, which is not great. It's a pretty bad roll.
I rolled trash.
I rolled better.
All right. All
My
right.
turn.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm gonna try to luck. I need to go first. There's no luck. Oh, guys, you could have done it. I'm so sad. Oh, that's not good. Oh,
Great.
is applying a potion provoking an AOT?
Applying a potion, it does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Well, it's gonna attack me, obviously.
Google that on my turn. Because my turn right now. Go ahead and Google that real quick.
I don't think it matters. I can just 5-foot step away.
And this cave was dark, right? Because all three of you have dark vision. Yeah, this cave was dark.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so cool. It stays. So as soon as the thing gets summoned up, it sees you there, and it like realizes like where it is. Kind of like it almost seems to be taking in its surroundings. It seems discombobulated as it's summoned in, but immediately like noticing you, you can see that the fire that is this creature is kind of like flaring up. Remember, this creature is vaguely humanoid formed. And it has kind of like rolling fire all around it. But as the thing is getting angrier, you can tell that it's getting angrier because again the fire is kind of flaring up, and its vaguely humanoid form almost has like you ever see those images that show like the human like nervous system through a translucent body? You know what I mean? It's like one of those. Like the inner core part is almost like pulsating. It is not happy to see you, or at least it's not happy to be pulled into this area. So I am going to go ahead and make my attack roll against you. This is it's not that big of a modifier, thank God. Oh, is it 29 hit?
Not that big of a modifier. Can I parry this?
I should change my die color. My
I'm
die
gonna
color
try
should
to
be
parry.
purple.
I'm gonna try to parry it.
Sure, you want to try to parry? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do.
I'm sorry, can you parry touch attacks?
I
Can
can
you
parry.
parry raise?
Is this a ray or is it
It's
a ray?
Mm-hmm.
Then I cannot parry that, obviously. Am I in dim light?
No, the area in here is I would say you all have dark vision, so the only light is coming off of this creature. Which, hold on, does it actually throw light? Give me 1 second. I know it enhances light around it. Illuminated light within 10 feet is increased by 2 steps. So darkness becomes bright within 10 feet. And it's dim light another 10 feet behind that. So you're within 10 feet, so you're in bright light.
Okay, cool.
Because dark goes to shadowed, goes to bright, and then dark goes to shadowed over here.
Yeah, that's fine. I get hit, obviously. I mean.
Yep. So let me do my damage. My damage is going to be, it's nothing crazy again. I just have to see how this other part goes.
Why? Stop saying this.
What?
I need to apply this potion so bad.
So it is going to do this much damage. Cool. Here we go. Apparently I don't have a damage thing here. Here you go. Nothing crazy. You take 12
Oh, I only
points.
take 2.
You take nope. You take 12 points of fire damage. You of course have a spell to protect you, right? Unfortunately, as the fire hits you, it doesn't just like burn. You can feel the magic trying to hold the fire at bay, but the fire seems to it seems to penetrate straight through the fire resistance and burns not just your body, but literally your soul itself is being burned by this fire.
It goes through all fire resistance?
I will be 100% clear. It explicitly says ignoring fire resistance and dealing half damage even to creatures with fire immunity.
Wow. That's not great, Scott.
Yeah. It's pretty rough.
That's not great.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rough. Cool. And then after
I need a
that,
one turn it.
give me 1 second.
Oh my
Should have
god.
asked for help, Sal.
I mean, I asked 3 times. So, also, I need you to go ahead and make me a fortitude save.
My panache this charmed life, so I had my charisma.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm changing my con just real quick. I'm
Pretty
satisfied.
solid. You succeed.
I would hope.
All right.
All right, my turn.
That was its turn. You may now go.
I apply bless weapon.
I don't believe it provokes an attack of opportunity because you're not within melee range, so you can't
I
provoke.
am not. This is correct.
You still have that is a standard action to apply. You
Yep.
still have a move action and a free 5-foot step.
I 5-foot step.
Okay.
So I'm in melee. So it can't. So I can at least try to block its attacks from now on. Let me just check my other abilities. It's been so long since I've actually done combat. As a swift action, she can make one additional attack at her high. That eyes when making full attack. So I'm gonna pop the swift action. A swift action. All right, I'm gonna use my swift action this turn to use a key panache and give myself 4 AC.
Okay.
I assume that extends to the beginning of my next round.
It says plus 4 dodge bonus to AC for 1 round. Yep.
Cool. So I have a temporary plus for my
And that says a what action? Free action?
swift.
Okay. It's a swift action, so you still have your move and your free action. I believe your free 5-foot step up, so you still have a move action. Anything you want to do with
No,
that?
5-foot step is your move action.
No, it's a free 5-foot step, but you can no longer move afterwards. But you still have a move action.
I have nothing to do with my move action.
Nothing at all to do with your move action?
I mean, unless you have something I don't know about.
Definitely nothing
think
to
so.
do with your move action? Okay, cool.
No,
Then,
100% nothing.
Okay. So after that happens, it is going to be the creature's turn, top of initiative again.
Yep.
At this point in time, now that it's the creature's turn and they're active, I'll make my attack roll first. So let me make a touch attack first. This is going to be... luckily, this one's only a touch attack. It's not. It's a ranged attack. So, it's you use a different attack roll.
Well, good thing I can parry it. What the fuck? All right. If I die, it's just because of this. Yeah, I
You
can't
died
parry.
because you're too stupid to ask for help.
Well, listen.
That
right?
is
You
the
could have come.
clear.
You could have
clear
came.
thing.
All right. Well, listen. All right.
Yeah. Who's gonna respond to? Yeah, you can come, but I don't want you there. Just saying.
What's your
I'm
AC right
saying
now?
you can come, but
Well,
I don't.
yeah,
want
that
you
fucking confirms it's a touch attack.
No. It's just, okay. Cool.
It's a touch attack. It goes against like 16 AC.
Okay. Cool. Also, while you're being attacked and burned, the reason why you got critical hit is because you were being distracted as the shaman is reminding you to pick up the amulet.
The
you pick up the
dumb
amulet.
fuck. Well, yeah, I did during the fight, right?
Yeah,
Did I pick it up? I mean, it's a move action, right?
with your move action last turn, yes.
Could I have
no,
picked it up?
No, because that was now
But-
it's his
No,
turn.
the shaman telling me. No, you could have told me in game.
No, they did when they saw you. That they're chiming in now.
Dude, okay, whatever.
This is the DM helping you, but like with the penalty of after the fact.
Well, yeah, I thought you said I had to do it when it was weak.
Oh no! Before the fight was over. That's what I said. All right.
All right, because I misunderstood that. Could I have picked it up? Because I thought you said I had to do it when I was weak.
How about this? How about I do this instead? We do this.
You're gonna like deal like 60. Like,
Let's do this
all right,
instead.
I need that a lot. Thank you, chat.
All right. Now let's roll your damage. Okay.
I'm still gonna take so much damage. It's that's so I take 17 damage
Why only 17?
because it's 10 temp.
Oh yeah. Yes, 17 then. Yeah, because you're taking full damage from the from.
Yeah,
fire.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay, cool.
No one telling me everything.
So two things. One, you can go ahead and roll me a fortitude save, and two, because it was a critical hit, you gain something that's called critical burn. It means that you're immediately on fire unless you can succeed a reflex save at the beginning of your next turn to put it out. If you you're on fire. Unless you succeed a reflex save. If you fail, then it just burns you unless you spend a full round action to get rid of it.
All right, it's a reflex save.
Yes, sir.
I'm applying charm. Well, I think I can only do charmed life once. Yeah, it's immediate action. So I played on that last roll. Cool, 27. Oh, sorry, I rolled that wrong.
Wow,
I have to
wow.
reroll. 25.
It's beautiful. By the way, Tyler gave you the aid.
Thank you, Tyler. I'm gonna die though.
You are not on fire, which is good news.
All right,
Okay.
my turn.
It is now your turn. You're in melee range from the creature. The amulet is still on the ground next to you. You have your full turn.
So, tell me how the amulet works, because I obviously don't know in game or out of game. I know in game. Do I have to? Does it have to be weak first?
You just needed it to sit there in the middle when you were summoning, and then after the fact, you want to be wearing the amulet to complete the ritual that you're trying to do.
And then it captures it, no matter what.
Correct.
Then I pick up the amulet.
Picking up an object from the ground while in melee range provokes an attack of opportunity.
I 5-foot step back.
However, you can, if you would like, use a acrobatics check to more or less like try to like slip your foot underneath it and kick it up into the air and catch it. The DC is only a 20. It's only a 20. It's something crazy.
I don't have that great of an acrobatics check.
You don't? You're Mr. Flippy Floppy.
I have a
You have
plus
a
10.
plus 10, and you get key points to make it like an 8 higher or some shit, can't you?
No, I can fall really good.
Oh, okay.
I can roll D6.
You have a 55% chance to
Yeah,
succeed.
fuck it. I use a key point. All right, daring do.
What does that give you?
A D6 exploding
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
to acrobatics.
Great.
So, well,
Crushed
didn't
it.
need it.
Crushed it. You go ahead and roll a d6 just for funsies.
Yeah, all right,
Look at that with a 32. How do you pick up this
Okay.
amulet?
I put my foot under like the chain of it, right? Toss it up and like catch it with my sword and swing it around my neck as I get into my parrying position as I'm fighting this creature still.
All right, you still have your standard action. What are you doing, boyo?
Do I need to do anything else? I just need to have this on, right?
Correct.
Cool. So nothing else for the ritual. I just need to fight for.
Correct.
I'm hitting it. We're trying to. 23.
That's a really good chance to hit. That is a hit, sir.
Yeah, because and ignore the 9 damage. It's immune to precision.
So it's just to the 9, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will take the 9 damage, absolutely. All right, anything else you can do?
Nope. I've used all my actions.
Okay. After that is going to be the creature's turn. It's going to attack you.
I'm gonna parry.
Oh my god. Does that even beat your AC?
It's a touch attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously it does.
Oh, I don't know what your touch AC is. Sorry.
Touch AC 16. It's pretty decent for a touch, but
Yeah.
doesn't add. Yeah, why actually? Yeah. Anyway, I'm parrying.
Which increases it by how much?
Well, no, I make a melee attack, and if I beat its attack, I can then
Gotcha.
attack it.
You just spend a key point every time you do it. I gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah. That beats his attack roll.
You parry the attack. Awesome.
And as the immediate action,
I love the idea. I love the look of it. Like this thing is like spewing like hellfire more or less at you, and you take your blessed weapon and you just block the thing. Like you block the fire. It's kind of like spraying off of it. So
at this point, Tessel's weapon is on fire too because my armor, right, absorbs fire too. And when I take 10 points of damage from fire, my weapon does fire damage, but it's immune to fire damage, I assume.
Actually, it heals from fire damage.
Well, I mean,
just kidding.
Okay, I'm about to get fucking mad at you because you're like, oh yeah, make these things for this fight, for this what?
Just kidding.
You've baited me this entire time, you bastard.
Right.
So I'm gonna repose, meaning I will get to make an attack against him for my immediate action. 21 hit.
21 hits.
All right. Actually, I have a non-precision check damage, so there you go. Take another 13 points of damage.
That's actually pretty solid. And again, I'm not reducing this. You are ignoring any reduction to damage. You're ignoring any percentage chance of missing. You're ignoring all of that. So that is all in your favor.
Because I plan to have weapons against incorporeal creatures when I made this character.
That was all designed to get you to the point where you can even stand toe to toe with it. Whether or not you'll win.
Well, I mean, I don't know how long this takes. I hope it's quick.
You have put out more damage output than it has.
No, that's not true.
Bro, you've taken 20 points of damage. It has taken 22.
You're wrong.
I know, because you reduced 1 by 10.
I started with
health points.
No, I started with 84 HP.
Chat saved you.
No, I started with 84 HP, Scott.
Oh, never mind. Then you get your ass kicked. Okay, it's the creature's turn. All
no,
right, cool.
no, that was a turn.
Oh, that's right. My apologies. Your turn.
Now it's my turn, bitch. In a full round action. I don't have my swift, right?
You do.
Because I use my immediate.
Correct. You're correct.
That's what I thought. All right. Well, full round action. Here, and this thing is immune to precision damage, right? And critical hits.
Correct.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna
a perk of being undead.
30.
No, he uses immediate this turn. That's how he just parried the attack.
No. The immediate was to hit it. The parry is an attack of opportunity expenditure.
But the riposte is to hit it.
Yes.
Either way, that's this turn.
Yeah, which is better to do than spending it, whatever.
I don't think Joey knows how it works.
All right, 8 damage. 25 hits. For another 10 damage. 18 damage is
that's actually genuinely really solid. That's
if I could get turns off, I have a really great plus to hit.
So you finally get yourself off of the ground. This is amazing. We're gonna do one more round of combat, and I'm gonna have you describe how this combat's been so far. Okay?
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm so scared.
First, let me kick your ass. Okay?
Well, I'm gonna parry this first attack.
Okay, here it comes.
This is a tough one to beat. No. So it hits me.
Yes, it does.
Deal your damage to me.
I'm about to. Oh,
nothing.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Make me a fortitude save, please.
It gives me a +1 to hit and +1 against fear saves, which is very helpful in this circumstance. I'm using my immediate action to apply Charmed Life again to myself to continue making these fort saves.
Okay. Awesome. So that's your immediate action then?
Yep, that's my immediate, since I don't have a swift this time.
You still don't have a swift again? Okay.
Yep,
it's your turn.
It's fine. Holy shit, this is terrifying. 20 hit?
Oh, good question. You've hit with 21, but...
Let me think. Wait, before you say anything, let me think. I'm. Okay, there's no luck, so does it hit?
Nope. Nope. Jesus doesn't love you. A 20 hits.
Thank God. Whew. Another 9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
18 hit.
Do you have any way of modifying that? Does that 18 include the +1 from aid?
Yep, everything's added.
You have no way of modifying that?
No, assuming there's no luck added.
No luck. So
No. I miss?
Okay. You miss.
Unlucky.
Oh, you have luck now, but you didn't before.
Let me do it for Tyler.
Nope. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and
I can use it.
Go ahead and describe the combat as it's been so far before I take my next turn.
Oh my God. So the barrier, so the Tesla is a planned fighter. He plans for his fights. He is a smart person. So he's planned for this encounter by having protections of fire against this creature to last longer. And all of those have failed. So in the moment, he's sweating, burning, blistering by this creature's attacks, while just praying to Krillin for every strike to finally seal this creature into the amulet, to accomplish the mission he's done. He's singed, scarred, hurt, but he's determined to continue fighting this creature till it falls into his amulet, so he may finally bring it to peace.
Thank you, sir. All right, two things. One, first of all, the creature realizes two things. You seem to be better. You seem you each realize one thing. You seem to be better at fighting the thing when it's up close to you. You seem to be able to move more easily with it, flow with it, better than when it was further away from you. So coming to this realization, it starts to move backwards. But as it's like doing this realization, it starts to move away from you to do like ranged attacks instead of melee attacks, because that tends to work better for it. You also come to the realization, because as it's coming to that, it like burns you, and you feel like, you feel that burn, which cuts right through the magic, and doesn't just burn your body, it also literally burns partially your soul. You also notice something. As it burns you, it glows slightly brighter, almost like harming you heals it.
Oh, that's not great.
No, it's not great at all. It takes a free 5-foot step back. Oh, where are you? Free 5-foot step back.
Can it get out of the ring?
Yep. Remember, I can say anywhere inside this area. That's why you have the bars up, so it can't just like flee the.
Yeah, but don't I have to be in the ring to seal the creature?
Nope.
No?
That was just to summon it. Yep. So
Oh, fuck.
So
Well, you're gonna hit me. You haven't touched the deck. At plus 16, you only miss on a 5% chance.
Maybe I roll a 1.
Well, that hits. Obviously.
On the bright side, you wouldn't have been able to deflect that anyways, right?
I could have. I have a plus 18 hit. I need a 16 or higher. Well, deal your... Oh my fucking god.
Oh!
Well, it's gonna perpetually run away. It's gonna be so annoying.
And thus spells the end of our friend.
Alright. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
I 5-foot step.
Yep.
I swift action. Key panache. Get 1 additional attack and I make a full round attack action.
Okay. Go right ahead.
So I have 3 attacks this turn.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna roll them all before rolling damage. Attack
You do
1.
have luck. Oh, that's a hit. Oh!
Crits don't matter.
Oh! I'm so excited for you.
That one hits too.
Bro, you would have crit twice.
Yeah, well, I deal damage by critting. Wait. I get panache back though.
You do get panache back by critting.
Oh, thank God. I was running low. I needed the 2 panache back. I don't need a luck hit. Doesn't matter. I hit on all his attacks. Keegan,
so all of those hit. All of those rolls hit.
Another 13, please. Yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
26 plus
30.
8. 34?
You do a ridiculous amount of damage to it. Like that. Oops,
Oh.
I did that wrong. Oh no. Shit.
Oh no.
Hold on. I have to fix it. That was supposed to be.
It did
How much? You said 34. Okay, there we go.
34. Yeah, huge. Oh my God.
Okay. That because you moved up within 5 feet of it, it's cornering itself. It's moving back to here. It's gonna make another range stack against you, but it's not gonna be able to keep moving after that. Once you move in, you're gonna have it cornered, right?
Yeah.
Because you literally
Yeah.
just have the bars designed in a way they can't get out. So it's gonna make its
God.
last range attack against you.
Yeah, roll it, please. Roll low. No! No, 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 not again, 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 again. Oh my god. Roll your second.
I
No,
have to roll
you have to roll in that
confirm.
one.
I have to roll to
You have to roll in
confirm.
that one. You have to roll in that one. You confirm. 2d10.
I just want to say
I-
this is only because Keegan showed up.
That's so unlucky. Wait. No, I can't do anything. Wait. Well, yeah, I can't. I'm alive.
Oh, that's rough.
I've been. Oh, I did negative 23. I was at 32. Nice. 23.
Bro.
It's an action to drink a potion.
It is an action. Unless you have the armband ones. Do you have the armband thing on this character or no?
I think I've said I've had them, but I don't think I have them on my character sheet.
Did Ryan make armband things for everybody, Nick, or no?
I would assume so, but I'm not.
Check your character sheet, Nick, and see if you guys have it. In the meanwhile,
I don't
I'll go
have.
sell.
I thought we had them, but I didn't write it on my character sheet. So,
It's a free 5-foot step. Are you going to try to do the triple attack again?
so I don't have it, is what you're saying? Just to confirm.
I don't believe so. But
Well, then I obviously have to drink a potion to not
No.
die.
I know we made them. I know we did.
you say to not die, but you can
Well-
roll well 3 times, or B, it hits
Or-
you for only 7 or 8 damage.
Yeah, or I could drink a 2d8 plus 5 potion.
And then it crits you and takes away all that health that you get anyway.
Well, yeah, but like I can't stop that. But I can be within 5 feet of it still, is right. So I can still parry it next turn. I think he did when they went to Eldamar.
Yeah,
Joey's saying, yeah. So
yeah.
I have the
because
potion, man.
we needed them in the like the potion, so we didn't get all messed up from the spores. I thought, or something like that.
Yep, actually, so Jake specifically says swift action potion bandolier. So Jake's character sheet actually specifies potions versus what potions are inside that bandolier because Jake's top tier PC. So so you characters do
Thank you.
have them because Jake specified.
So cure moderate is a swift action. It's 2d8, right?
2d8 plus 5 for that one.
What are you
All
talking
right.
about, Scott?
He's drinking a cure potion as a swift action.
Does he have a swift action potion belt?
You guys all got them from Nick's character before. Nick's Ryan
No, we
before.
didn't.
Well,
I
you
bought
guys,
mine in the north.
oh, good. I know at some point in time you guys all got them. You did it together as a group. So I just don't remember when. All right, cool. So you heal 13.
And I,
That's just
I
now you
put
don't
stuff-
have now you don't have a swift action anymore.
That's fine. I have
I'm gonna
immediate for the-
remove that potion from your character sheet.
Yep, that's cool. I have a parry for immediate action next turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So let's go. That misses.
Bro,
That hits.
of all the times to roll a natty 1.
13. 10. All right.
Of all the times to roll a natty 1. Oy vey. Okay, here we go.
I'm obviously parrying. I guess I'll have to see the attack first. I am parrying that,
No, you don't need to. It's an automatic failure.
but
Why
I
are
get
you
to
rolling?
hit
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it doesn't matter if I hit now or later.
Well, hold up. It's an automatic failure, so it misses you. So then it goes to your turn, and you attack.
All right. Well, we're keeping this, okay?
Yeah, that's fine, because it's immediate the next thing.
Sure. Then I use a swift action. It doesn't change
Another
anything.
critical, by the way. So you hit. You have a second attack ahead.
And I swift action do the thing, so I still have 3 panache points.
Yep.
So
He just
this
keeps
is
refilling his panache as he spends them.
This is how I play Slosh Buggler. I need a 7 here. Cool, I hit on all 3. That's a lot of damage. That's actually 33. It's 1 less than last time. If I could be critting this thing, it'd be so dead. Because I'm losing my level to damage and shit too.
I will tell you that it has a very, very dim light. A very
Is it actually dim light?
No, like genuinely, like it's a no, not that. It's like its body is glowing very dim, right?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it actually looks like it's going to be snuffed out.
Attack me, Jake. Scott.
He's like, beat me, daddy.
Okay.
Scott, I just need a critical hit. Just one more critical hit.
Just, please, anything but that. You've rolled so many crit.
Oh God! It's
Get
parried.
Taking more damage. Oh God. Oh wait, no, I actually have to roll the hit first. I hit and I crit, so I get my panache point back.
Okay. You stab the thing. So as this battle went on, with you having all this preparation and so on and so forth, this thing comes erupting into the area, but you just, unfortunately, even though you were looking for it, you timed it poorly. So you tried to slather the potion onto your sword, but weren't prepared. So instead, this thing comes bursting out and starts throwing fire at you. And the whole while, you're trying to like dodge this fire while getting the potion up on your sword. Finally, you try to get yourself set up so you can step up and start attacking this thing. Unfortunately, you're completely off balance. It's blasting you, burning your body, your soul. You're realizing the spell is doing nothing to guide you. But then as you're kind of like falling into your footing and whatnot, you remember, shit, the necklace. So the next thing you do is you grab the thing, you kind of swing it up, and instead of in 2 turns, because you're 32, whatever you got, you in 1 turn are able to get the thing around your neck and prepared. Finally, you square off from the thing. It's already burned you a couple of times, but you get up and close to it. As it's trying to hit you with its fire, with its body made out of fire, almost somewhat humanoid, you're able to start blocking and deflecting some of the attacks, sometimes blocking it and turning it into a riposte so you can stab the thing into its air quotes shoulder, slash across its side, whatever it is. Each time you burn the thing, you can see a little bit of your holy water boiling off of the blade, but luckily it's less of a water and more of a gel, and it's sticking on well enough that you're able to continue to use it. This thing continues to throw these big blasts of fire, and you continue to try to deflect them. But you notice every time it hurts you, it seems to heal. It seems to recover some of its injuries. The brightness that's dimming is growing brighter again. Eventually, it tries to start backing up towards the wall, looking for a way out, throwing its fire at you. But you close in the distance and get pummeled for trying to do so. Taking a quick moment to catch your breath, quaff down the potion, and then go charging in full on. Blocking every attack you can, riposte, just going to a frenzy, just like slash, block, slash, thrust, slash, thrust, block, slash, thrust, until finally this thing throws all of its power at you, try to hit you one last time, and you are fortunately able to use the sword to almost like sever the limb that it hits you with as part of the parry, and you go and you stab the thing in such a way you can see its fire literally kind of consuming itself and going out, much like a flame removed from a teat source, right? It starts going out, and this is where you have the shaman next to you saying, step into the circle, and you kind of like, as this thing is literally impaled onto your sword, you kind of like pull the thing backwards with you back into the circle area. At this point, the magic of the circle itself does the trick, and it kind of like the circle collapses in on itself, allowing the creature to get pulled into the little the amulet, the charm that you have. Finally, as it gets pulled to the charm, and release one last little like boof of fire energy as it kind of goes in there and just releases the rest of the soul energy. You know for a fact now it is trapped inside there. However, you being inside this chamber, that merging into the amulet, kind of like that, the soul trying to get out, many aspects of this creature cannot leave because of the cold iron. But other aspects of the creature can't leave because what this literal cavern was designed to do, to contain creatures that are otherworldly. It can go nowhere. Instead, it's trapped here. And you can hear almost in the back of your mind a murmuring. You don't know if it's mindless mumbles, you don't know what it is, or if it's literally arcane words specifically being said. You don't know what it is, but you can hear a murmuring. It's in the back of your mind in such a way, it's kind of almost overpowering. You then realize it's not in the back of your mind. You're hearing it as you're the one mumbling and saying these words. As part of the ritual that you are instinctively doing. It's like built into who you are as the being you are now. Your lips don't really open. You're not speaking the way that I am. They stay very close together. That mumbling noise is the reverberations through your cheeks and up into your eardrums as you're saying these words that you don't even know the meaning to, but you can feel the power behind them. The creature's trapped in the amulet. It's trapped in the room, and you're pulling it all into yourself. You can feel yourself changing once again.
Oh shit.
We will cover that next session.
Oh shit. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
I was expecting something
baby.
very different. Whoa.
Yeah, baby. Xylemos! Xylemos! So let's read what Xylemos said. Let me go back. Hold on, I gotta find this real
Oh
quick.
shit.
Hold on. April 12th, 2021 at 11:17 p.m. That was over 10 months ago. It was
Holy
10
shit.
months and 10 days ago and a few hours. I'm hoping it works this way. Scott, my idea for this is to aid in whatever happened with the fire elemental or whatever it was to help Cell capture it and utilize it in some way. My main idea was to allow it to become part of him, giving him a little fire. Except that is officially completed. And finding the other one, Xylemos, a younger but curious salamander from the volcano, curious about Tessel's fire within and about the Forge Master Jormund, who came to craft such fine weapons, wants to spend time and possibly join the kingdom if applicable, to help Jormund and possibly, and then like it ran out of text, so I couldn't. Yeah, and that was from 28 days ago. Except, boom. All right.
Oof.
Cool. And
I
guys,
was expecting something different, but yeah, that's really cool.
the good news to Jake and to Nick is this session started with Cell's turn. And we ended the session with Cell's turn. So luckily we're done with we have to do his events next turn, so.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say to Nick exactly what you just said. So I think I may take next week off because they're,
Listen, all right, how about we skip my events? We just do Jake and Nick session, all right?
No. You do your events. I'll take the week off. I'll, morally be there to support you guys. All right.
If you're around in your house and they finish up quickly and you want to jump on to do yours, you're welcome to do so. But if you're just like at a pub and enjoying a day to yourself, then no pressure. You enjoy your day.
Yeah.
So as Jake's like, I'm glad that I'm better than both of your clans, but I feel like I'm being
Truly are.
punished for it. So
Well, my kingdom turn this time was quick.
it was. All right, why don't you guys say your goodbyes or ask any questions you have? I'm gonna go quickly check a mouse update. I'll be right back.
I was expecting an item, all right? That's what I was expecting. Just
Nice.
I was expecting a piece of the set.
So in all honesty, I don't ever remember making those armbands. So
I thought we had them.
I'm
don't
telling
think
you
so.
right now, I'd have no memory of it. I specifically had to buy mine in the north, and Scott made me pay a lot of money for it.
Oh,
So,
I thought we all had them forever ago.
Just take
Hey,
it as a win, all right?
everyone has
Take
one,
it as a
right?
win.
Add it to your sheet,
Mhm.
Nick.
That's my sheet. Yeah,
Add it to your sheet.
I have it now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in store for this Xylemos at all. I have no idea. But I have kind of an idea from other research I've done in game.
It's too early for at least these ones. I have two upstairs that I'll have to check out as well. So nothing so far. Okay, cool. You guys good to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Then I will see y'all because I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow for stream wise. So I'll see y'all Wednesday morning for Inclame. Thank you all very much. I'm excited to see you have a mouse problem. Oh yeah, Tyler. I'll tell you about it next time we talk. By the way, love the Olympics episode. That was hilarious. You guys talked like a fifth about Olympic events that don't even exist anymore, which to me was more exciting because I think the Olympics are boring. So it's more fun to hear about like historical things or like weird stuff. So it was a great episode of the podcast. All right. Bye, everybody. Go! My favorite sports team. This session brought to you by Go! My favorite sports team. Stick around while we choose our friend to raid.